they can get to 500, and they can get that with a win. They have not been in that department in almost 2 years. So that's what the Nationals are trying to play for after losing 96 games last year under new manager Blake Butera, the 33-year-old, the youngest manager in more than a half century in baseball. And that's what we got the first of 4. Pirates and the Nationals coming up here from PNC Park. And yesterday we got word that one of the greats from the 79 World Series winners, Phil Garner, passed away. Scrap iron was a pivotal part of the 79 winners, and he'll be remembered here at PNC Park momentarily. Let's tune in to Guy Junker, the public address announcer.
Fans, at this time, please rise if you are able and remove your caps as we observe a moment of silence for Phil Garner, who passed away Saturday at his home in Texas. A fierce competitor, respected leader, and a cherished part of the Pirates family, Garner's contribution to the 1979 World Series championship team will forever be a part of Pirates history. He spent 5 of his 16 Major League seasons in a Pittsburgh uniform and will always be remembered not only for the grit, passion, and heart he brought to the game, but also for the way he carried himself as a devoted family man and respected member of the baseball community. At this time, let's remember Scrap Iron, Phil Garner, with a moment of silence. Thank you.
Live here at PNC Park, remembering Phil Garner, who we found out passed away at the age of 76. And coming up, we're going to have today's starting lineups here from PNC Park. The Pirates taking on the Nationals next on the Pirates Radio Network.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Boggs would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,000th 131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
2-2 the count. The pitch to Alvarez, hit in the air to deep left field. Forget it. This one sails into the second deck behind the 358 mark.
Alvarez follows up with a bomb. Oh my goodness, top tank. Santa Maria.
Did the classic swing and stare and take the slow trot up the line, a look into the dugout, flexing that bicep. That was a shot. Classic Alvarez bomb.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
lineup. I think that Skeens will have to be at his best to handle, especially the number 1 and number 3 hitters. The number 1 hitter is James Wood. He'll be out in right field. Number 2 guy at first base, Luis Garcia Jr. C.J. Abrams will hit third, 16 RBIs on the year. He's also hitting .321, so he's going to be a tough out today. He'll be at shortstop. Dalen Lyle, the left fielder, will hit cleanup. Batting 5th out in center field, Jacob Young. Jose Tena will be the DH. He's going to hit 6th. Batting 7th, Yorbit Vivas will be the third baseman. Batting 8th, Nasim Nunez. He'll play second base. And behind the plate, batting 9th, will be Keibert Ruiz. Cade Cavalli on the mound, no record. His ERA standing at .251, not too bad. For the Buccos, O'Neal Cruz off to a great start this year. He'll be playing center field. Brandon Lau will be the second baseman. He'll bat second. Brian Reynolds will be the DH. He'll be hitting third. Ryan O'Hearn in right field will be hitting cleanup. Nick York plays third base. Nick is going to be in the number 5 spot. Spencer Horowitz will be at first base. Spencer hits 6th. Batting 7th, the youngster, Connor Griffin. He'll play short. Jake Mangum will be the left fielder. He'll bat 8th. And behind the plate, catching is batting 9th, is Henry Davis. Paul Skeens, as we talked about, will be on the hill. Paul has a 2-1 record. And a really rough start opening day kind of messed his ERA up, but it's coming down quick. It's now in the low 5s. So we'll be right back with Paul's first pitch. You're listening to the Pirates Baseball Network.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the 4th quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive.
You've got to be very careful where you're going because you might not get there. But how exactly can you go from a yogi to a king to perfectos, the old professor, and pint talk? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998, Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
The rule was, can't be more than 18 inches of pine tar. Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
They might be going to call George Brett out. Well, he is. He's out. Yes, Brett is out. Look at this.
Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Especially, it's just going out there and being as dominant as possible, but it's all method, all a process for him, and it's led to greatness.
Yeah, he definitely has things planned out. There's no doubt about that in my mind, and hopefully he's got a good plan tonight. These guys hit a little bit. And I'm kind of anxious to see. I remember last game, a lot of high fastballs, especially early on. He had a lot of success with that, swings and misses. These guys hit fastballs pretty darn well, so they might be susceptible, especially all the left-hand hitters, to his changeup. That's kind of developed into probably his second most used pitch right now. So I think that could be big for him today, the changeup. See here in the first inning, all these lefties, they're all lined up. A couple of really good hitters he's going to see right here to start the game. How does he mix the fastball and the changeup to those guys who are off to good starts and are hitting the heck out of fastballs? Maybe not Skeen's fastball, but fastballs in general.
Can he use the splinker as well?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got...
Because that takes a little bit off the fastball.
Yeah, he's got a plethora of things he can throw at him. I mean, he's got one of the great big toolboxes. You see the old guys in the garages have.
It's on casters.
Yes, he's got the big toolbox, plenty of stuff in there. He can go to when needed. But I think these first couple of years we've seen him kind of change a little bit month to month on what his favorite pitch is. But so far this year, I think that changeup's been it.
Here's his first pitch to James Wood. A swing and a foul back. Started him with a fastball at 98. Wood today named the National League Player of the Week. Comes in with an OPS over 1,000. And a 7-game hitting streak where he's hitting .500. Tons of power. 0-1 pitch. And a breaking ball in for a strike. Big sweeper, 0-2. Wood, power and speed, but also a lot of strikeouts, 2 shy of the all-time record last year. 0-2 from Skeens. Down and in, just missing. Tried a curveball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
He's already in a couple different drawers of that toolbox. He's on 3 pitches. 3 different pitches.
Still ahead, a 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out on the sweeper.
Only 1 fastball. I told you he's got a plan. These guys hit fastballs, good numbers against them. And he started the game with a fastball, and then sweeper. What was his third pitch? I can't remember.
The curveball, I think.
Oh yeah, curveball, which he didn't really feature very, very often. But he went sweeper, curveball, sweeper.
Another lefty hitter, Luis Garcia Jr. taps it foul at the plate. He's down a strike, and there's the splinker.
Yeah. So he's got, 5 pitches in. He's already thrown 4 different pitches.
Looking in each drawer, he's got the metric wrenches.
Yeah, he's got everything he needs.
Imperial wrenches. Sockets. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes on the changeup.
Had to be a changeup, yeah.
Here's what I got.
What's missing? Got to be something they haven't thrown yet. I'll have to
knuckleball.
Think back here. Well, I don't know if he has one of those in the toolbox.
Here's an 0-2 coming, and it's high and away. He showed the fastball at 99. 1-2 on Garcia. 271 hitter with a home run. The Nationals with the 2nd most runs per game scored, 2nd most runs per game allowed. 1-2 from Skeens. Outside at 2-2 with the change missing. And 8 of the 9 will bat left-handed against Skeens today. First 4 and the last 4. Here's a 2-2 from Skeens and a swing and a miss. Just a weak wave on an away changeup, 2 strikeouts.
And for me, that's going to be the gear wrench of the night. I'm going to use that a lot.
You can't place it any better. It was right at the knees, right on the outer edge.
Well, he threw 2 great sliders, I think, in that at bat. Got 2 swings and misses off of him.
Here is C.J. Abrams, top 10 in OPS in the National League, among the RBI leaders in the pitch. Lefty hitter takes a strike. 99 at the top of the zone. Sean Barber calls the balls and strikes tonight. It's John Lipka at first base, the second base umpire, the crew chief James Hoy, and DJ Rayburn umpires at third. 1 strike on Abrams. And the pitch up and in, just missing with a fastball. 1-1. Doesn't mean he can't use the fastball, especially if he can place it pretty much where he wants to. Abrams, a .321 hitter. The pitch, swing and a miss. Well, he's late on that fastball, 1-2.
A good location, top of the zone. Abrams had a good view from the on-deck circle. Those two changeups, may have that in the back of his mind. And that'll lead to maybe getting that fastball by him a little easier when it's well placed.
1-2, a swing and a ball flared down the right field line, and this ball will go foul.
Another curveball.
He hit it above the Clemente wall, but just foul to the right. Still ahead 1-2. Skeens has struck out the first two men. Here's the pitch. And it bounces up there 2-2. If he needs his fielders today, it's Mangum in left, Cruz in center, and O'Hearn in right. York is at third base, Griffin the shortstop, Lau at second, Horwitz at first. Henry Davis links up again with Skeens. 2-2 on C.J. Abrams. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the first. Skeens motions home. Swing and a line drive to right toward that Clemente wall. Carrying, and this ball's gone. A home run by C.J. Abrams. He turned around a 100-mile-per-hour fastball from Skeens for a 2-out homer, and the Washington Nationals lead 1-0.
Now, when a guy can turn and pull your 100-mile-an-hour fastball out of the ballpark, I mean, that's a sign right there that that changeup might be the key pitch.
Middle location.
Yep, that was not as high as he wanted it, I don't think. He wanted top of the zone. It ended up being maybe belt high.
Here's the pitch, and it's down and in, ball one. 5th home run for Abrams. The Nationals get off to a hot start. Now Dalen Lyle, 1-0 on him. Another lefty hitter, 273 without a home run. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul off to the left. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's the second home run allowed by Skeens this year. Xander Bogaerts the other. The final batter that he faced in his previous start. Skeens on a 1-1 and swinging a foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pirates hit 3 home runs in the Windy City yesterday. 2 by Brandon Lau, 1 by Cruz. They'll be the first 2 hitters in the lineup facing Kate Cavalli when the Pirates come up in the bottom half. 1-0 Nationals on the Abrams homer. Here's a 1-2. Down low and away. Try the changeup to Lyle. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The only right-handed batter in the lineup today is on deck, Jacob Young. Skeens ready. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he fans 3 in the inning, but C.J. Abrams with a home run. And through a half inning, it's the Nationals 1, and the Pirates coming to bat right here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
At Giant Eagle, we're focused on quality, freshness, and all your favorites.
Hit to right field, backing up Judge, running out of room on the track, reaches up, and he made the catch.
Over the head of Beavers, walk it off. The Pirates defeat the Orioles, and they've won 4 in a row. Adell's back near the wall. He leaps, and he caught it. Joe Adell robs Raleigh of what would have been his first home run this year. Adell is back. He's at the wall. He leaps up. He got another one. Wow. Joe Adell, what a night.
That is unbelievable. Joe Adell.
Toward the corner. It's Joe Adell again near the foul pole. Leaping up. Did he catch it again? Joe Adell with his 3rd home run robbery tonight.
This might be the greatest defensive night by an outfielder ever.
connecting communities, the International Union of Operating Engineers Local 66 turns childhood dreams into rewarding careers. We offer better benefits, retirement plans, and a safer work environment. If you can dream it, you can build it. Learn more at iuoe66.org.
O'Neal Cruz ready to lead things off for the Pirates. He had a leadoff home run in the game yesterday in Chicago. And he's going to face Kate Cavalli of the Nationals, making his second career start against the Pirates.
Cavalli, not a real hard thrower. Decent fastball. It's, I think the average from what I saw earlier today was just barely over the 95 mark.
Swinging a foul back. Good pass by Cruz. He's down a strike. 96 on that one.
Got a good curveball. That'll be, I think, his straight down swing and miss pitch he'll try and throw.
Cruz among the leaders in almost every offensive category. 5 homers, 13 RBIs. Here's an 0-1. And back with a strike. That looked like a curveball to me. Nothing to two.
Yep, that was the hook. Nice quick downward break to it.
So fastball, curveball to Cruz. Ahead 0-2. Cavalli comes home, and it's outside that time with a curve. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cruz hitting at .339. He's 5th in the league in OPS. And he's working on an 11-game hitting streak, which is tied for the longest in his career. So Thunder right off the bat. Here's the 1-2 bouncer on to second base. 2 hops for Nasim Nunez over there, and he'll retire Cruz. 1 out. And the rest of the Nationals defensively, Dalen Lyle is in left, Jacob Young, fine center fielder, and James Wood is in right field. Norby Bibas is at third base. C.J. Abrams at short. Nasim Nunez at second. Luis Garcia Jr. no longer a second baseman. He's at first. And Keibert Ruiz doing the catching. Here's Brandon Lau, who struck 2 home runs yesterday, including a grand slam. The pitch. Inside, missing for ball 1. On a curveball from Cavalli. So that's 5 for Brandon now. He and Cruz tied for second place in the National League in home runs. Here's the pitch. And there's a strike. Backed away from that curveball a touch. Now 1-1 on Lau.
Yeah, that was probably taken all the way type take.
Here's a 1-1 pitch and a swing and a bouncer on toward first. Ranging Garcia fields, throws behind Cavalli. An easy out, and they couldn't get it. Remember, Garcia had been playing second base, and that ball ends up going in the Washington dugout, and so that advances Lau to second base.
Keibert was there. I don't know if he took his eye off the ball to see what was going on there with Lau. Maybe he was going to make a turn. But that ball should not have gone in the dugout, but it did.
Yeah, you're talking about Keibert, the catcher, backing up the play.
Yeah, the catchers always run over there to try to prevent what exactly happened there with the ball getting into the. Yeah, did you watch that replay? I saw the replay.
Yeah, he just tried to backhand the ball.
Right, and I could see his chin coming up. He was looking to see what Lau was doing. He let it get underneath the glove.
Here's Brian Reynolds with a man in scoring position. Half swing, I think he went. Yep, that's a strike on Reynolds. 259 with 3 home runs. So an error on Garcia. He was moved from second base because of too many errors. And probably for a guy used to ranging to get the ball and not running to the base. That's up high 1-1 on a changeup from Cavalli. Second baseman was in position to make that play. So the Pirates benefit. Nationals so far in the early going, one of the poor defensive teams. Here's a 1-1. Half swing and a strike taken on a changeup over from Cavalli. It's 1-2. 1-2 on Reynolds. 1-0 Nationals leading on an Abrams home run in the first. We're in the bottom half. Lau at second in the 1-2. And that hit Reynolds. Tried a sweeper Well, the Nationals as a team have allowed the second most runs in baseball per game.
Why, I don't think Reynolds moved a millimeter. It's like it bounced off a statue.
You're supposed to try to get out of the way.
Hit him twice.
Skimmed his calves.
Yeah, got both legs.
Here's Ryan O'Hearn with 2 on. And he'll take a strike. Landed that sweeper after hitting Reynolds with 1. O'Hearn top 10 in batting average and on base percentage. .333 hitter, 3 homers, 12 RBIs. Left-handed hitter against the righty Cavalli. 1-0 Washington. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Tied him up with an inside curveball, 2 strikes. Lau at second, Reynolds at first with 1 out. Over the last 4 seasons, O'Hearn hitting over 300 with runners in scoring position. The pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out on a curveball. 2 outs. Everything down and in to O'Hearn, and that at bat.
Oh, hooks.
Well, here's Nick York. Right-handed batter at .344. Righties don't have an extra base hit off Cavalli this season. Here's the pitch. And that's down low, ball 1. They're just 2 for 23. The Pirates have 6 batters that hit left-handed against Cavalli in their lineup. Got that handlebar mustache a la Raleigh Fingers. Spin and a look towards second. Nothing doing. One ball and nothing on Nick York. Having a great April, hitting .417 this month. Need a 2-out hit. Here's a 1-0. Swinging a foul. That sinker up to 98.
Wow, 98. Where'd that come from? For a sinker. 2-seamer. York's been on fastballs pretty good this year. That's what he really wants to hit. He'd probably like to get another swing at that one again. But maybe not at 98.
And the pitch. Outside, nope, strike right on the outer edge. And it's 1-2. Let's call it a strike. Yeah, it was off the plate. Looking at it after the fact. 1-2. That one was at 98 as well from Cavalli. That's a pitch sometimes you'll see York swing at because he likes to take the ball to the opposite field.
And it was a fastball, which is what he wants to hit.
A 1-2 coming. Down low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the Pirates have been afforded a couple of base runners on an error and a hit by pitch. First and second with 2 outs. Washington leads 1-0 first inning. 2-2 from Cavalli. He'll take strike 3 with 2 runners on. So the Pirates, once they get 2 on, they strike out twice. We'll go to the second. 1-0 Washington on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
Help DEA keep our community.
Shot to the upper deck, caught by that fan right there. Nice grab.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there it goes.
Well, she's only doing what she sees them do all the time. Oh, nice grab.
That's a
Five
really
back.
good grab.
She says, well, let me have it. Let me have it, Dad. Thanks. Well, here it goes.
Yeah, mine was a tops now as well. I hit my first walk-off last year against the Mets.
Jacob Young, Nationals win. Now he's got his first walk-off big league hit.
Dad had bought a stack of them, and I was like, I think we can get these ourselves, but he went ahead and bought a stack for himself.
Like business cards. There you go.
But it was awesome just to have that moment and have everyone so excited to have a picture of you is a fun moment.
I'm going
to throw out a restaurant, kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
Washington, and we'll pause 10 for an ID on the Pirates Radio Network. Jacob Young will lead it off for Washington. And the pitch, Paul Skeens delivers a splinker inside for ball one. Maybe a sinker instead of the splinker. Slightly lesser fastball with some movement. 1-0 on the only right-handed batter in the lineup tonight for the Nationals. There's a strike. And now 1-1. 293 hitter, a home run for Young. Pretty speedy. Can bunt, too. And that's why York had still playing even with a bag at third. Big sweeper in for a strike, 1-2.
It looks like the strike zone tonight is kind of pitcher friendly. A lot of the edge pitches are getting called strikes.
Here's a set in the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a sweeper. 4 strikeouts for Skeens. 1 out in the second inning.
And I don't mean that just when Skeens is pitching, but I think it looks like whichever team is hitting, it's been a comfortable zone right now for the pitchers.
Here is Jose Tena, the DH, lefty batter, 273 without a homer. Skeens is all 4 outs have been on strikeouts. It's inside for ball one. And because he's pitching tonight, right now he's in line to pitch on Saturday, and that is his Cy Young bobblehead giveaway day. That's on Saturday. All fans getting one, courtesy of PNC. Swinging a foul back, 1-1 strike. Saturday against the Rays, 4:05. The Paul Skeens Cy Young bobblehead given away to all fans that day. And Skeens is in line to pitch. So you got to come on out. Pirates.com/tickets. Thanks to PNC for putting that together. 1-1 on Tena with the bases clear, 1 away. The pitch grounded foul into the Washington dugout. Awakening Nasim Nunez. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. York will now play off the line at third. Skeens ready. The pitch. And it skips up there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bounced a changeup, which you said tonight with all the lefties in there might be his feature pitch.
Yeah, I mean, he used it pretty well in that first inning. I wish he would have threw it just maybe one more time than he did. But
2-2, grounded slowly toward Griffin in front of the bag of second, throws to first to get the speedy Tena for the second out. The bat goes into splinters.
Almost kind of threw the bat at it. He was fooled so bad.
He had already committed his swing, and that ball's moving down and away from him at the same time. The barrel comes helicoptering back up the middle. So the Nationals put a ball in play for the first time tonight.
Wasn't pretty.
Cost him a bat. 2 outs in the second. Here's Yorbi Bibas. Left-handed hitter, former Yankee. Swinging a foul back, and he's down a strike. 98. Washington leads 1-0 on a C.J. Abrams homer. Here at the top of the second. 0-1 from Skeens. Swinging a soft ground ball to second. Lau up with it and on to first. That's the inning. Nationals go down 1-2-3, and the Pirates come to bat in the bottom of the second. 1-0 Washington on the Pirates Radio Network Presented by Iron City and IC.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Boggs would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,000th 131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Home half of the second here from PNC Park. The Pirates return home, hosting the Nationals. First of four. Spencer Horwitz will lead it off for the Pirates. Lefty batter. Facing the right-handed Cade Cavalli. And his pitch. Fastball right over the outer edge, called ball one. And Horwitz at 216, looking for home run number one. Connor Griffin and then Jake Mangum. Here's a 1-0 pitch and a swing and a fly ball out towards center. Young coming on. And he got a great jump. He'll make the catch, one out. Fine center fielder.
Oh, he really saw that extremely well. That ball was put in the air. I looked right at him immediately. And he'd probably already taken 3 strides straight in. He knew exactly where that ball was.
Hasn't won the Gold Glove yet. He's been a finalist the last couple of years, but he will. Here's Connor Griffin. He won the minor league Gold Glove at short in his first professional season as a shortstop. And he takes inside ball one on that sinker running in on the righty batter. Griffin playing his 10th career game tonight. All as a teenager. Here's a 1-0 from Cavalli. Down low and away, 2-0.
I wonder what he thought of Wrigley.
He said he liked it. I know that.
Had to be a little different. Seeing one of the old historic ballparks right out the chute.
First road action for Griffin. The 2-0 to him, and that's down low, 3-0. And so playing the Nationals tonight, the previous two teenagers to play 10 or more games in the major leagues were Washington Nationals. Juan Soto 8 years ago, and Bryce Harper back in the 2012 season. It's up high, and a 4-pitch walk to Griffin, who stole the base at Wrigley Field. And they
wanted a little memento, or he ran the second.
He ran the second.
Oh, I thought he put one on the airplane.
Oh, he doesn't steal anything.
That doesn't have to.
He's a good guy. He doesn't steal. Stealing a base, that means just borrowing it for.
He might have got a little
toss over. He's back in. He became the youngest player to steal a base at Wrigley Field in more than 70 years. In the long history of that ballpark.
I think if I was going to take anything from it in that scenario.
Yeah, what would you take?
A leaf of ivy. But they're not growing yet, so you couldn't.
Here's Mangum. Switch hitter batting left. Corners are in. Two throws over, and they both trickle underneath the glove of the new first baseman, Garcia.
He could
no more disengagements.
Snapped off a piece of a vine, maybe.
Probably grow that, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Grow that works. Grow that ivy from Wrigley. I talked to Billy Cook, who had never played there too, and he said, first thing I went out there, and I'm expecting the green ivy out there, and it's all brown.
Not this time of year. Just a bunch of brown sticks.
Can't throw over anymore. Griffin won't take off the first time. It's high and away for ball one. And now the catcher, Ruiz, will come out. Ruiz is typically one of the slower catchers in the game in terms of release. And the difference between Henry Davis, who's the best, and the slowest catchers is about 0.2 of a second, which doesn't sound like much, but a lot of times it makes all the difference.
Oh, yeah. It's, a lot of times that's the difference between, if they're both throws are accurate, that's the difference between safe and out a lot. Accuracy, making a good throw on the bag is probably equal to what equal to a good pop time as far as being important. I mean, you've seen it. If the throw's up by your hat, by the time you get a tag down, the guy's safe.
Again, high and away, 2-0. So now they've wasted a couple of pseudo pitch outs there. We'll see if Griffin takes off here. He stole 68 bases in the minor leagues. Got one under his belt. He's at first with one out. 2-0 not going, and the pitch that'll be called a strike. 2-1. We saw Cruz run 3 times on a 2-1 count in Chicago.
So that's one of those.
It's a ball.
Pitcher friendly calls right there.
Now 2-1 the count. He starts and stops. Pitches a ball up high. 3-1. Didn't get the jump he wanted, shut it down, and probably a good thing because they're really paying a lot of attention to Griffin. Whether they're trying to throw those high fastballs or not.
Well, the way things are going in this inning, you might be at second base on a base on balls.
3-1 the count on Mangum. And the pitch. Swinging the ball. Hit the other way. It's down and left. A base hit for Jake Mangum. And Griffin moves up to second on that base hit.
Or the second strike he's thrown this inning. Turned out to be a line drive.
They got the fastball right over the outer edge and took it the other way.
Yeah, very professional at bat. He's ahead in the count, 3-1. So even though he's probably looking for a certain pitch, I would think he's maybe a little elevated outside fastball, but he's not going out there trying to do a whole lot with it. Just hit a line drive the other way. He did exactly that.
A lot of speed on the bases for the Pirates here with one out. First and second for Henry Davis. Pirates down 1-0. The pitch over a bit low. Ball one from Cavalli. Davis at 194. 3 RBIs. Outfield very deep, especially to the pull field. Lyle and left. Cavalli spins and throws to second, and a desperate swipe tag by Nunez. Griffin back in. Well, this is the first time that we've seen Griffin be a menace to the other team for his base running. They have game planned for him, it looks like. Thrown to his base 3 times already. Here's a 1-0 home. And Davis takes outside 2-0. If he had to throw over a lot, would it distract you as a pitcher?
Me, no.
Did you throw over the bases a lot?
Yep.
And which countries? Here's the 2-0. Down low, 3-0. A walk, a single on a 3-1 count, and then 3-0 here on Davis.
Yeah, that's a fastball that he bounced. That was a 2-seam fastball, but still, fastball. He's pretty much all over the place right now. When you start bouncing fastballs, and that's kind of a red flag that you got a problem.
Another pickoff to second. Griffin easily back. Cavalli's walked 10 in just over 15 innings. Very high number. But he's not allowed a home run yet. 4 of the 8 Pirates base runners have reached. 3-0 to Henry. Now look at a strike first. Fastball at 96. Now it's 3-1. You got Cruz waiting on deck. Going to take at least one on a 3-0, sure. Guy's been wild. Now 3-1. Here's the pitch. And it just missed outside, ball 4. Henry Davis will walk. That fills the bases for O'Neill Cruz coming up.
That's just the scenario you want.
Very young coaching staff. 30-year-old Simon Matthews, who pitched in the Angels organization for 3 years. He's the pitching coach of the Nationals. He'll come out and talk to Cavalli, 3 years as junior. And O'Neill Cruz bounced out his only time, but of course 5 homers and 13 RBIs. And a guy that's very tough to double up too, so if he does get a ball on the ground like he did last time. Griffin with good speed at third, Mangum with good speed at second. Davis not a bad runner at first. Deep enough fly ball ties this game. Washington leads 1-0. We're in the second. The last time a Pirate hit a grand slam was yesterday. Here's the pitch. Swinging a dribbler foul, left side, strike 1 on a changeup.
Cued off the end of the bat. Really fooled on that one. He was looking first pitch fastball and trying to hammer it.
Now bases are loaded. Cavalli's walked 2 in the inning. Got to throw strikes. 0-1 to Cruz. Swinging a tap foul. Inside changeup that time. 2 strikes.
Changeup, changeup.
Nothing and 2 on Cruz with the bases loaded. 1 out. Pirates trail 1-0 second inning. 0-2. Up and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Tell you what, Cavalli, when he surprises me a little bit, when he wants to, he can rush it up there 97, 98.
1-2. Down and in, and a good stop by Ruiz. He had to backhand that curveball in the dirt. 2-2.
Looks like he's pretty comfortable throwing in the 96-mile-an-hour range. But there's been a couple of times in this game where he's gone upstairs for a strikeout. I think one of them was best of the day was 98.
Bibas playing back now at third. Enables Griffin to get a pretty good lead if he wants it. Here's the 2-2. Almost hit him. 3-2. He's ahead 2 strikes. Now full count with the bases loaded. Nowhere to put him.
Yeah, that was that good curveball of his, but it was just way inside. Way inside.
Kind of a roundhouse pitch. Side to side movement. Cruz looks locked in at the plate. 3-2 on him with the bases full. The pitch. Swinging a tap foul. Got another changeup. He's hit the ball to the opposite field this year too. So as you've told me before, if he's looking to that opposite field, he might be able to cover that changeup.
Yeah, and I think on a 3-2 situation, he's not necessarily just sitting on the fastball. So, and Cruz, I mean, how many times have we seen him hammer a ball to left center? In fact, they're playing him to left center. That's where their scouting report. That center fielder has swung over quite a ways.
Here's a set by Cavalli. Bases loaded, 1 out, 3-2. Cruz takes ball 4, give him an RBI, and the Pirates tie the game at 1. 3 walks in the inning. Just wait him out. That was a good at bat for O'Neill Cruz.
Yeah, it was down to 0-2 on a couple of change-ups, and now when that happens, you're just exactly battling now. Trying to not be too quick, but don't let him throw that fastball by you. Makes it very difficult. He did a great job there.
Here's the pitch, and it's up high. Ball 1 to Brandon Lau, who hit a grand slam yesterday.
Looks like the bullpen is going to start moving around. I see these guys moving chairs, grabbing baseballs and hats and all sorts of things.
Lau batting with the bases loaded. A 1-0. Half swing, think he went. Yep, the plate umpire, Sean Barber, says strike. 1-1.
still nobody throwing. Everybody moved around and like they were preparing to start to throw.
Here's a set by Cavalli with the bases full and the 1-1. Swinging the ball flared over short. That's going to dump into left field, base hit. Here comes Mangum to score. Davis behind him. The throw home is offline. 2 runs are in on the hit by Brandon Lau. Pirates up 3-1.
Hey, Joe, how about Davis there? That's a great job of reading that early. I mean, if you play it by the book and wait till that hits the grass, you're only going to third. But he was he read it. His view of the play was he probably had a really good angle, and he just took off. And that put him in a position where Beasley could say, go ahead, score on it, make him throw you out.
So Lau with RBIs 10 and 11. He's been the best hitter against righty pitching in the National League this year in terms of OPS. Here's Reynolds. Takes up high for ball 1.
I got to think that Davis is one of the faster catchers in the
Oh, he's
league.
got to be. He's the John Wathan of today. But no, he really is. Yeah,
he can move.
Cruz gets all the way to third on that. And the Pirates have runners at the corners for Reynolds. Ball 1.
Yeah, that's another thing that did force the throw to the plate. Now you get Cruz at third, 1 out.
Deep enough fly ball gets another run. Double play depth for the Nationals. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a strike call on the outer edge. 1-1.
What do we got for a pitch count here? It's got to be getting up there a little bit.
He's at 28 in the inning. 47 total for Cavalli. Rested Nationals bullpen. Pirates called up Evan Sisk today for Hunter Barco to help theirs. A swing of the ball hit the other way. That's down, base hit. Lau gets into second. Cruz trots in to score. Brian Reynolds knocks him in. It's 4-1 Pirates, and keep the line moving. They're hitting with runners in scoring position tonight.
Hitting the ball the other way too. And
love it.
That's always a beautiful thing. We talk about that. And here's another thing too, Joe. And I know you mentioned this an awful lot. Is if you can get their starter out early in the first game of a series, by the time you get to the last game, they might not have a whole lot left in that rested bullpen.
Compounding interest.
So let's see if we can do that. Kind of happened, like last night or yesterday with the Pirates. Their usual back end guys had all thrown consecutive days, but that's just like a bunch of dominoes. It start falling when you can break into that bullpen on the first night early. Could pay dividends.
And they've done it.
They've got a man picked off. Chavez hits his top of his hat. Now they get Napoli at third base. How about that? It hit the top of the helmet of Chavez and bounced directly at an Angels infielder. A huge out here in the 7th inning.
Oh, they dodged a huge bullet there.
Courage, determination, excellence. These are not just Jackie's values. They were a part of America's promise. In every child who dares to dream, in every voice that lifts and inspires others, Jackie lives on. Today we all carry him. In every place where someone dares to belong, Jackie is not just baseball history, he is America's history. We are Jackie Robinson, and we all belong in this game.
Riley Green looking to add on and maybe take a lead. Riley Green, fly ball right center field. This one's deep. Watch it fly! Gone! How about it? Riley Green's first of the postseason delivers a 4-3 lead for the Tigers in the 6th.
Wow, just stayed on that breaking ball. Man, did he hammer that thing. That was 3/4 of the way up those seats out there in right center field.
And they'll go to the bullpen and bring in Paxton Schultz.
Schultz has been in a couple of ball games so far and pitched just 2 innings. Not a whole lot of work, but he might get a lot of work tonight. Coming in this game, the 2nd inning, he might have to He's only pitched 2 innings. He might have to double that total. Maybe 2 1/3.
He's going to face Ryan O'Hearn, so the righty for the lefty O'Hearn with first and second and 1 out in the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. So the Pirates have had 6 straight men reach, and that knocks Cavalli out of the game after an inning and a third. His 3 walks in the inning all have come around to score. Here's an 0-1 from Schultz. Tapped foul by O'Hearn, and now 2 strikes. Throws that cutter a lot. Schultz, 28 years old, out of Orem, Utah, southern suburb of Salt Lake. 2 strikes on O'Hearn with first and second, 1 out. Schultz delivers in the dirt and again stopped by Ruiz. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Spiked the changeup. Lead runner Lau, he's at second. He knocked in 2. Reynolds knocked in a run. And he's at first. So that's 7 RBIs now for Lau in 2-game span. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Right over the outer edge. Strike 3 call, and O'Hearn strikes out looking with 2 on. Now 2 out. And the 9th Pirate to bat this inning is Nick York. He struck out looking with 2 on in the first inning. Pirates lead 4-1 here in the second. Well, the Nationals, the second best scoring team coming into today's action, second most runs allowed. We've seen both so far. Swing, fly ball, deep center field. Young back, warning track. He'll make the catch. Turned around just before the wall. York gave it a ride. Allowed out to end it. Pirates score 4 in the second. And we go to the third at PNC Park. Pirates 4, Washington 1 on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
Hey, Nick York here.
Line drive down the right field line. It's going to drop and score 2. Keith is home. Green right behind him. Torque over to third. Throw to second. Not in time. Kevin McGonigal, first major league at bat, is a 2-run double, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead in the first.
Welcome to the big leagues, Kevin McGonigal.
6th pitch of the at bat. Down the right field line in the corner. Off the top of the wall. Another extra base hit for McGonigal. Throw to second. Not in time. First 2 major league at bats. 2 doubles for Kevin McGonigal.
How about Kevin McGonigal?
Boy, showing how quick he is on those inside pitches.
He's already at 60 in the third. Works the count even. Cues it off the end of the bat. That's going to be a tough play for Bogaerts, and not in time.
I don't know if it's surprised is the right word, because McGonigal runs well, but he gets down that line really quick.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
For Paul Skeens, leading 4-1 as we start the third inning. His first pitch, Nasim Nunez laid on the fastball, swinging a miss, strike 1. Our third inning is brought to you by the Iron Workers Local Union number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. Nunez, the stolen base leader in the National League, hitting at 200. And the pitch to the lefty swinger, swinging a foul. We'll take 10 for an ID on the Pirates Radio Network. Skeens has struck out 4. Here's an 0-2. Outside 1-2. Give up a first inning homer to Abrams. Outfielders have not touched the ball yet. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. Swinging a foul back. Slow sweeper that time. Keibert Ruiz and then James Wood, the big slugger, due up third. Skeens starts the inning at 31 pitches. Nunez waits on a 1-2. Swinging a foul. Hit off the end of the bat. Fastball away. Fouled off. A lot of foul balls off Skeens every night.
It would be nice if he could cut some of those down tonight. Now that he's getting a comfortable lead. Here's a routine ground ball.
Off the changeup. Gets him to roll it over to the second baseman Lau. 1 out.
But you'd like to see him get efficient. Maybe have a couple innings where he's single digits in pitches so he can go further. And as we were talking about earlier about keeping the bullpen out of the game as long as you can might pay dividends later on in the series. Kind of the opposite of what's happening with Washington.
Here's Keibert Ruiz. Swinging a line drive to right. Hooked it foul. Just enough for a home run distance, but good bit foul right side.
These guys all jump on that fastball.
Strike one. And when we began the broadcast, you had detailed that with all the lefties up there, that changeup probably would be the great equalizer for Skeens. He got Nunez to roll over on that changeup last time. Throws one right there, but Ruiz will take it. It's a little low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ruiz was the featured part of that trade that sent Max Scherzer and Trey Turner to the Dodgers way back when. He's the Nationals catcher, the number 9 hitter. 1-1 is popped up in the infield. And Griffin will cede to Nick York, who retires it for the second out.
I think that was a changeup. Took a swing at it like it was a changeup, kind of one-handed out in front.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been a splinkage, don't know. They have, well.
It was a changeup.
Yeah, that was definitely a changeup swing at that.
James Wood looks at a strike and a sweeper. And Skeens is able to place that ball at the knees on the outer edge to left-handed hitters a lot. Here's an 0-1 to the big lefty batter. Swing and a miss, 2 strikes. Guessing fastball. Got the curve. He struck out the first time around against Skeens. Really good hitter.
He might be one of the best fastball hitter of the bunch. Looking at his numbers.
Big time slugger. 0-2 from Skeens. Swing fly ball. That's a fastball. Hit down the left field line. Mangum pursues. It goes into the seats. Still 2 strikes.
Got it up and away. And I like anytime he's above the strike zone or at the very top of the strike zone with his fastball. I think that's a great place for him to live. Because he has such command of that other stuff. To get up and get on that fastball, you got to give up some of the other pitches, slower pitches. The changeup being one of them.
I had 2 strikes on James Wood with 2 outs, nobody on. 4-1 Pirates. The pitch. And he throws that changeup down low and away, but just missed it low. 1-2.
Been great to get a swing on that one. Just a little too much low, not much.
Now, he didn't even flinch, so I don't know if he's looking up or what. That comes down and in, almost hit him. 2-2 on the sweeper. Wood named the player of the week in the National League today. Had 31 home runs last year. And Davis wants to come out here. Pirates are leading 4-1, and we want you to come out here too. As the Pirates will take on the Nationals tonight, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and then Thursday afternoon, that special 12:35 game on Thursday. Pirates and the Nationals. It'll be the first Sugardale Dollar Dog game of the season. Dollar hot dogs throughout PNC Park, all thanks to Sugardale. On Thursday afternoon, 12:35. Go to pirates.com/dollardogs. Price of a dollar dog has not gone up. 2-2 coming. Outside, 3-2 with a fastball. Maybe just for show. Now you got to come in with something. Skeens has not walked a batter tonight. Here's the 3-2 coming. And he does there. A low changeup. So Wood walks with 2 outs in front of Luis Garcia Jr. 4-1 Pirates lead here in the third. You can score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. Official jerseys, memorabilia, hats, and hoodies. We've got the season covered. MLBshop.com/Pirates, your official source for Pirates gear. Change up away, ball 1 to Garcia, who struck out in the first. Pirates 4, Washington 1, third inning. Wood can take bases too. He stole 15 last year, a couple already this year. The pitch, swinging a fly ball to right at O'Hearn. He's got it, and the inning ends. The Nationals strand a man, and we'll head to the bottom of the third. Pirates coming to bat, leading 4-1.
The hit and run is on, and it's going to be an unassisted triple play.
How do you go from a triple play to a two-way star through a bracelet and the babe? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
This story starts way back in the early 20th century.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, Neil, where you go? And he said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors, where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before, both across the country and around the world.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's bat.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Spencer Horwitz led off last inning, and he'll do the same. The Pirates scored 4 in the second, knocking out the Washington starter, Cade Cavalli. So Paxton Schultz delivers outside ball 1. Right-handed reliever to Horwitz, who flat out his only time. Then it's Connor Griffin and Jake Mangum on this wonderful night. The nightfall just starting to set in. Here's the pitch. Inside, 2-0, 78 degrees at game time. Pretty steady breeze. Looks like it's been blowing pretty much from right to left throughout the afternoon and still persisting into the evening hours. Here's the 2-0. Swinging a fly ball out to deep right field. Horwitz hit this one a long way. There it goes. Number 1 for Spencer Horwitz. 5-1 Buccos.
He must have had a discussion back in the dugout with somebody about what he's going to see, maybe about that cutter, what he's going to do about it. Because as soon as he hit it, he looked right back into the dugout like, see, I told you so.
He was the Pirates' best hitter after the break last year, and he might be heating up again. First homer for Horwitz. That Sheets shot, I thought for a moment it might end up in the Allegheny, but a high arcing home run. It was hit in the deep recesses of the right field seats.
Yeah, it got way up there. It's probably just a row or two from the top, from getting over the stands.
A strike on Connor Griffin, a walk and a run scored his first time up. Schultz delivers. Swing and a miss, 2 strikes. The changeup. 376 feet on StatCast. A leadoff home run here in the third. 5-1 Pirates. Run support for Skeens. Not a problem this year. Here's an 0-2, and that's outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Pirates have scored at least 7 runs in every one of Skeens' starts. And they've got a 5-1 lead here in the third inning tonight. Here's a 1-2 right there. Strike 3 call. Griffin caught looking, 1 out. Got a fastball. And he takes it 1 out. Here is Mangum. Got a base hit to the opposite field. First time up. If you're ready to get into the game, you can play to win with the PA Lottery. Visit PALottery.com or download the app today. Players got to be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Here's the pitch, and it's just off the plate away, ball 1. Want to know on Mangum, the switch hitter, batting left. Third baseman Vivas playing in, and the pitch. There's a strike. Nope. And just a little low, excuse me. 2-0. So Mangum works the count in his favor. Vivas playing in about even with the baseline. Toes on the grass, guarding against a potential bunt. Here's the pitch. And that'll be a strike call. 2-1. Right-hander comes to the set, and the pitch. A swing and a ball fought off on the handle toward third in the air for Bibas, and foul ground will make a catch two-handed for the second out. So Mangum fouls out the third. 2 are gone after the leadoff home run by Horwitz.
Ran that cutter kind of in on his hands a little bit. Didn't get the head of the bat out to catch that ball. That's basically, if you got a really nice short slider or cutter, that's one of the things you need to do with it against left-hand hitting. You run it in on their hands.
Here's Henry Davis, a right-handed batter. Walked and scored a run his first time. Takes away for ball 1. On the cutter. So to a right-handed batter, how do you use that cut fastball?
Well, you got 2 choices. You can try to get called strikes on the inside corner. You know, let them give up on it and have it go in and catch it inside corner.
Swing and miss, 1-1.
Keep it away and try to get a chase as that ball is moving off the outside corner. So it's a corner pitch. You don't really. I don't think the cutter is something you want to lose down the middle very often.
Down low, 2-1. Yeah, it doesn't move a lot to maybe run off the barrel, right? Is that the idea?
You're not going to miss it because of movement. You're trying to stay out of the big part of the bat. So inside, outside, you get that ball in the middle. Not like every one down the middle. This ball's pulled foul, and it was pretty much in the middle, but it was a changeup. Every one down the middle can't be hammered. I mean, you're going to get away with some of them. But that's a place where the little slider or the cutter, it can't really survive very much, is in the middle of the plate. The mistake pitch.
2-2 over below to Henry, 3-2.
It's got to be out on the edges. Kind of like 7-2-4. You don't want a 4-1-2 cutter.
Full count on Henry Davis. 2 outs, nobody on. A run in on the Horwitz leadoff homer. 5-1, Pirates leading last of the third. First of 4 with the Washington Nationals. 3-2 pitch. Right there, strike 3 call, and the Pirates have struck out looking 4 times tonight. And we'll go to the 4th inning. Pirates up 5-1 on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
I'm U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. The sound of a seatbelt is one of the most important sounds in our car.
Kevin Gausman was outstanding against the A's last night. Dylan Cease will try to do the same.
Cease was brought on board to not just help lead this rotation this season, but also into the Blue Jays' future.
Just swing and a miss to retire the side. Cease gets Soderstrom. And he blows him away with a fastball for strikeout number 6. He's been striking out guys. There's no question about it.
Blue Jays pitching's got some filthy stuff.
And he rings up another one. That is 5 consecutive strikeouts and 9 in the game for Cease.
That slider is virtually unhittable this afternoon for these Athletics hitters.
3-2, and he got him with a high fastball for strikeout number 12.
This is a different fastball that we are seeing from Dylan Cease this afternoon. It has been electric all day.
And roped it to right for a home run. That's the only Nationals hit. Pirates are leading 5-1. Pitch from Paul Skeens and delivers just inside for ball 1. Tried the splinker and just barely missed.
Looked like a pretty good pitch right there.
Here's a 1-0 and a swing and a high pop-up foul backing out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike on Abrams. Coming up on Friday, it'll be the debut of the City Connect uniforms. Have you seen those?
Yes, pictures of them.
What? Yeah, same.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Good. I like them. I like them a lot.
They look like Pirates uniforms. Fearsome.
Intimidating.
Yes. Late swing and a miss on a change, 1 and 2.
Back-to-back change-ups. The foul ball was a change-up.
Well, the first time that they'll be worn is on Friday here on this homestand. Come on out, Tampa Bay in town, 6:45 game. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to center. Cruz backing up, still backing up on this one, and he'll meet it right at the warning track to make the catch. So Abrams able to drive that changeup.
Kind of one-handed it. He's not as nearly as big as Wood is, but he's strong. He gets velocity on that bat. And that pitcher's on the outside corner too.
And he really reached for it and still was able
to
drive it 380 feet or so.
He's got some bat speed for you.
Dalen Lyle takes inside for ball 1. Well, 1 out. C.J. Abrams. Remember the Nationals when they won it in 19, they had so many big stars. They traded Juan Soto to the Padres. Kind of breaking up that team. 2-hopper out of first. Horwitz races to the bag for the second out. And who do they get in return? You know, if you're going to trade a big star like that, Mackenzie Gore, who they've since traded to the Rangers, but they got James Wood in that trade, and Abrams as well. So, I mean, you think about
their 2 best hitters by far.
Yeah. And for a while, Gore was their best pitcher. So 2 outs for Jacob Young. Skeens' first 4 outs were via the strikeout. None since. Trying to move through the lineup a little quicker. 55 pitches here in the 4th. 2 outs, nobody on. 5-1, Pirates leading. The pitch. Swinging a bouncer onto short.
Oh, nice inning.
And Griffin.
Beautiful.
Toss across for the final out. Another 7-pitch inning for Paul Skeens right there. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Pirates coming right back up to bat, leading 5-1.
With a 2-out RBI double to right field in the 1st inning.
Driven deep to right field. Going back rally. Track. Wall. See ya. Ben Rice red hot with a solo home run. Yankees lead 5-2.
The look of a hitter who is
locked in early in the season.
And Ben Rice is, I can't believe it, his first home run of the season, 427 feet. It takes the sails out of what's going on in the dugout. That makes a big difference that the first batter came up and immediately gets one of the runs back.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Bottom of the fourth, and the Pirates come to bat with a 5-1 lead, facing reliever Paxton Schultz of the Nationals. Cade Cavalli went an inning and a third today. Here's the pitch. Cruz takes strike one. He drew a bases loaded walk. Great at bat in the second inning. He was down 2 strikes in the count and then made his way on to force in a run, and that led to a 4-run inning. 0-1 from the righty, and Cruz is swinging a miss. And it's 2 strikes. Little cutter coming down and in to the lefty batter. Cruz gets a hit tonight. He'll have a career high 12-game hitting streak. 0-2, swinging a liner past second and into right, a base hit, and there it is. A dozen games in a row for Cruz with a base hit or more.
Well, he made that one look easy too. Just smooth, easy swing. Line drive.
He's had so many professional at-bats, I think. It's a much different look.
He quickly made everybody forget about opening day.
I mean, that first inning, the way that he played in center field, you said, oh, all that work. I think I probably commented on that on the air. Actually, I wasn't on the air at the time. Brownie was, because NBC carried the game. I said that in the press box outside ball one. You know, you cheer for the guy because all the work that he did over the winter. Talking about O'Neill Cruz, you know, he hired batting practice pitchers. He worked with Kevin Kiermaier, who was one of my favorites. Brandon Lau would say the same thing, his longtime teammate in Tampa Bay, playing center field, you know, to learn some of the finer points of the position. Working hard to get better over the winter.
You know, and if we always forget, I've been watching all these games for years and years, and I get to be as guilty as anybody.
Cruz runs, pitches a strike, throw down's a strike, and safe. Just fast enough. There's that 0.2 of a second.
Yeah, that was a well-used 0.2 there. Good slide, too, by Cruz to get his hand underneath.
Blake Butera
that was close.
Will not challenge. Stolen base.
But I was about to say, it's just to remind us, we've talked about this a million times, everybody has, the type of sport baseball is, it is a marathon. And you get so wrapped up sometimes in game to game to game type stuff. And I do it. And we have a disappointing game, and I'm like, we could have won it, you know, all these different ways.
Brandon Lau skies it in foul ground to first, or the third, excuse me. It makes the catch, does Bibas, 1 out.
But you're out there for 6 months. There's going to be some bad days. Nothing you can do about it.
And Lau said the same after the game last night. He said, quote, it's tough because there are games the other team wins and games that we lose. And I think everybody in here kind of feels that way, that we lost this one following the game yesterday. Those days will happen, but we still won a series in a tough place to go play. So looking at more of the bigger picture, Brandon Lau said after the game yesterday.
When one of those games happens,
Reynolds takes inside ball
there's
one.
No time machine. We can't go back and redo it. No resets. You know, none of that kind of stuff. So what matters then? What matters then is what are you going to do the next day?
Now the Pirates have a 5-1 lead here in the fourth. Cruz is at second here now with 1 out, and the 1-0 Reynolds Takes a strike on the inner edge. And Cruz with stolen base number 7, tied with Nasim Nunez for the league lead now. And since the Pirates stole the base in today's game, that means steal a base, steal a deal from Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Schultz on a 1-1 to Reynolds, inside 2-1. And you can hurry over to VIOC.com/steal, STEAL, and you score $25 off your next premium oil change from Valvoline. Can't ignore Cruz here. He might swipe third here with 1 out.
Abrams is sneaking in behind him a little bit.
2-1, and it's low. 3-1. He's getting a good secondary.
Yeah, he's still bouncing on. As much as they've thrown to the bases tonight, I'm kind of surprised they don't take a shot out of him. Maybe that lead he just took, maybe it will get their attention.
They've been very preoccupied with Griffin when he's been on.
Big lead.
3-1 pitch and a high breaking ball, strike 3-2. I think that was a changeup, but it had a lot of movement on it. 3-2. Probably not shooting for that spot. Full count on Reynolds. Cruz at second with 1 out. Pirates up 5-1 in the 4th. Reliever Schultz coming home. Swing and a miss, struck him out, rushed the fastball by him at 95. 2 men are gone. Cruz still at second. Here's Ryan O'Hearn coming up. And the Pittsburgh Brewing Company key account of the game. Stop into Applebee's all season long. $4 22-ounce IC Light drafts. O'Hearn has struck out twice. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Second base scooped by Nunez. He'll plant and throw to get O'Hearn. Cruz left at second. Will go to the 5th. The Pirates lead 5-1 on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
Get fired up, Bucks fans. Every time the Pirates steal this season, Valvoline Instant Oil Changes steal a base.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
What else going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
That's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey, not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. Love to get that one back. Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up tonight. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Dominic Smith leads off for Atlanta.
Pitch on the way. Dominic Smith hammers one. A mile high, a mile deep, a majestic shot, and it's 2-0 Braves. What a display of power by Dominic Smith. A home run deep over the right field wall, and it's 2-0 Atlanta.
Boy, that was such a pretty swing. Dominic just pulls his hands in and gets the barrel to it, and that ball cleared the fence. I mean, waved goodbye as it was going over. It was smoked.
First pitch from Paul Skeens, a sweeper that stays away. Ball 1 to Jose Tena. Yorbi Bibas and then Nasim Nunez. 6, 7, and 8 for the Nationals. There's a 1-0 from Skeens. A swing and a miss. He fell down. That's what the changeup will do. 1-1 on Tena.
Yeah, the changeup probably more than any other pitch can make you look silly. Especially you get all geared up and you think you're going to hit the fastball, especially a guy with a big fastball. You will helicopter yourself right into the ground.
And then he front hips a two-seamer. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's got great command. Superlative. Just wonderful to watch Skeens operate on that mound. Pirates up 5-1 in the 5th. Tana behind 1-2 at the pitch. Swinging a crack bat pop-up third base way. York ranging along the line into foul territory. He'll make the catch and 1 out. Here in the 5th inning, brought to you by the IBEW Local Union number 5. Skeens has allowed 1 hit. That was an Abrams home run in the 1st. Here's Yorbi Bibas. Bounced out his only trip. 8 of the 9 bat left-handed against Skeens today. Of no concern. The pitch. Swing and a miss down in front of a changeup. Strike 1. Well, your summary of what you thought that the Skeens ought to do tonight, that's certainly adding up. Using that changeup a lot.
I could always come up with a good plan. I just couldn't execute.
He's throwing the changeup tonight more than twice as often as he typically does in a start. 0-1. Fastball just misses in.
Not by much.
1-1 on Bibas.
No challenges tonight from anybody.
And there's been a good
bit of some pitch. Yeah, I agree.
Here's a 1-1 coming. And swinging foul back. 1-2.
I think I know what you were going to say.
You said it.
That's why I agree.
Yeah. We've worked together long enough that we're completing each other's sentences.
Yep, these last 2 innings, he's doing something too that I really like a lot.
1-2 swung on, popped up, foul ground, third base. That'll go to the seats.
It seems like regardless of the count, he did it last inning and he's doing it here so far this inning. He's getting real aggressive with the strike zone. He's only got 64 pitches. You'd like him to still be in the 60 pitch area at the end of this inning. I don't know if he can do it or not, but I can see he's trying to do that, trying to be efficient, get quick outs.
1-2 is swinging a dribbler foul on a change. He's the only Pirate starter to have worked into the 7th inning. Yesterday, Bubba Chandler became the first Pirate pitcher to surpass 90 pitches in a start. Skeens threw 87 in that last outing. The pitch, tried the outer edge and missed. 2-2 with the change. To Bibas. Pirates enjoying a 5-1 lead. We're in the 5th. 2-2 from Skeens. Swinging a ground ball foul, that time challenging him in the zone with the changeup. He bounced out of Puerto Cabello in Venezuela. Waiting on another 2-2. Swinging a ground ball right up first. Softly hit to Horwitz. He'll take it to the bag for the out. Another broken bat.
Well, he's got all those changeups. And they threw 97 on the inside corner and hit him on the label. And he just, the broken bat roller. Now that ball probably's got pine tar on it. It hit so low on the handle.
And so Skeens has retired 6 in a row. Here's Nasim Nunez. York plays in at third. The pitch, wave and a miss on a changeup. Strike 1. Skeens last year with that changeup, it was one of the better grading pitches in baseball, and so that's a part of your synopsis of the game. Outside 1-1. If you've got a good one, this would be the time to use it. And Skeens has a great one. That's what you said before the game. So many words. Yeah, opponents only slugged 126 against his changeup last year. And it's down and in 2-1. That was the lowest slugging against any pitch by any pitcher last year. So in terms of limiting power, it was the best pitch in baseball. Paul Skeens' changeup. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss on the changeup. 2-2. The one hit by the Nationals tonight was on a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. A home run.
Yeah, right now it's kind of like watching Hoffman pitch.
2-2. Swinging a foul back. The great closer of the Padres, Trevor Hoffman. Change up.
Oh, he'd go out there and throw 12 in a row and have 3 strike out the side.
2-2 on Nunez. Skeens on his 74th pitch, just poked out to left field. Mangum was playing in, and he'll retire it for the final out. Skeens in a rocking chair, and the Pirates in the lead, 5-1 over the Nationals. Back after this on the Pirates.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam against Seattle, which was the team that I had played for the year before. As we know, Cleveland can get a little cold, so we'll wear the dark blue long sleeves. And for some reason, this jersey, I always liked my jersey a little longer. The reasons for it, for a little padding, so when I would slide, I wouldn't get all patched up and roughed up.
Left center, Profar sprints over. Oh, he lost it. It looked like it was going to be a really good play for Jurickson Profar.
He did not see that ball. He didn't even come close to it.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless.
Got it there.
Yes, indeed.
And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket.
What in the world happened out there to Jung-Hoo Lee?
That's wild. I mean, you don't see that in the big leagues.
Pirates 5, Nationals 1. And Washington will turn to their third pitcher of the night. It is right-hander Jackson Rutledge coming on. Will face Nick York. And the first one right over the outer edge for a strike. Rutledge just called up today. The Nationals had to place a couple of their pitchers on the injured list. 6'8" righty, delivers down low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6'8" short arming right-hander.
Like you look at him standing out there, you think this guy should throw 110.
Here's a 1-1 and a swing and a miss out in front of a split finger. 1-2 now.
A lot of leverage for that frame.
A lot of times you see those tall pitchers, they have the big stride home and then they release the ball so close to home plate. But he has that kind of short arm delivery. And there's a swing and a miss on the splitter. He takes care of York, 1 out. Last year an ERA of 5.77 with the Nationals. First game with them this year. Horwitz homered his last time up. Facing a third different pitcher. 5th inning, 5-1 Pirates. High and away, ball 1 to Horwitz. Rutledge grew up in the St. Louis suburb of Fenton. Pitched at Arkansas in college. Down low now, 2-0 on Horwitz. Bivas still playing in along the baseline at third. The pitch. And a strike, 2-1. Horwitz slid his hand up the bat on the first at bat. And that was enough to draw in Bivas. Horwitz just seldom would bunt. Maybe once I think I've seen him do it. He's swinging. Here's the 2-1. Down and in, 3-1.
I think he's going to watch all. He takes a look out there. If the third baseman's going to play way back, like play shortstop, that's probably the only time he would lay down a bunt, knowing that if he just bunts it firm that direction, he can jog to first.
Here's the pitch. 3-1 is a strike call, and that cutter up and in the zone. 3 balls to 2 strikes. Time. Pirates knocked out Cade Cavalli after an inning and a third. 6 straight Pirates reached against him in the second inning. Pirates scored 4 in that frame. Horwitz with the home run made it 5-1. And it bounces up there, ball 4. 1 out walk, bringing up Connor Griffin. 19-year-old shortstop. So the adjustment, and Ben Cherington had talked about this too. You know, he's contributing so much defensively at short. He helps out so much on the bases, and the bat's going to come around. They're not concerned about that. Here's the pitch, swinging a liner, foul. It jumps off his bat when he.
Yeah, because he's a plus defender, you can be patient with that offense, knowing that it is there. It's just.
He's 19.
Not jumped out here yet.
Got 500 at bats in the minors. But last year, the Pirates shortstops combined, swing and a miss, 2 strikes, hit 248. They hit 5 home runs and drove in 49. So by the end of the year, if Griffin exceeds those numbers, Pirates will have upgraded offensively at shortstop. And I think any pundit would say that they've upgraded defensively already. 0-2 to Griffin. Swing and a miss, struck him out. High and away slider. Griffin 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. 2 men gone. It's 8 strikeouts by Nationals pitchers. We're in the 5th.
He's kept pushing that ball further and further away. First one was down the middle. He pulled it really hard, foul. Then he got one on the outside half. Swung and missed it. And then he put it off the plate. Strike 3.
Here's Mangum, 1 out of 2. Bibas plays in at third. The pitch, and it's in tight for ball 1. And we've seen Griffin on a number of occasions on a breaking pitch down and away off the plate be able to drive that ball to the left of center field with authority. So he got it up and away and able to strike him out. Fouled back, 1-1 on Mangum, batting with 2 outs. Horwitz on first. Horwitz has never stolen a base in the major leagues. 5-1, Pirates leading. We're in the 5th. Rutledge on a 1-1, swinging a ground ball right to second. The short hop Nunez fields and flips to first for the final out. Pirates strand a man, and we'll move to the 6th from PNC Park. Pirates 5, Nationals 1 on the Pirates Radio.
Up the middle, but what a pick by Cronenworth. He'll touch second, fired at first. The DP, you can hit it anywhere, but you can't hit it into the Cron zone.
He'll bounce it over deep in the hole, short. Backhanded by Wilson. Jump ball to first. They got him! Unbelievable!
Corks it to deep right field. Wood goes back. Goodbye. Ohtani finds it. His first extra base hit of the year. His first RBIs.
That one is driven to left field and deep, going back. Bellinger. And he makes the play. Oh, he hit off the first. Oh, wow.
Left center field. Carrying and in the gap. Connor Griffin into second. Runner waved. Here's the throw.
A teenager has doubled in a run in his first plate appearance in the major leagues.
your star player today.
Paul Skeens back out for the 6th inning. And our 6th brought to you by the operating engineers of Local 66. Keibert Ruiz, James Wood, and Luis Garcia Jr. 9-1-2. Skeens has sent down 7 in a row. Delivers a sweeper in for a strike to the switch hitting Ruiz, batting left. He popped out his only time. Skeens has allowed 1 hit. It was a 2-out homer by Abrams in the 1st inning. 5-1, Pirates leading. 0-1. Back with strike 2 on a fastball up and in. Skeens at 76 pitches. His 0-2. Swinging a soft ground ball to first. Backhanded by Horowitz. Flipping to Skeens, covering, 1 out. We invite you to come on out on Friday. Tampa Bay Rays will come into town for a 3-game series, a 6:45 game. It's Pitt night, University of Pittsburgh night at the ballpark, and a special ticket package includes a co-branded Pirates and Pitt long sleeve shirt. You can purchase a special ticket at pirates.com/Pitt. So 1 out for Wood. The big slugger was walked back in the 3rd inning. That's the only other base runner. Home run and a walk allowed by Skeens. That's it. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on changeup. One strike on the lefty batting Wood. And the next one, sweeper in, 1-1 on Wood. A changeup. He's thrown almost as much as the fastball tonight. About 50-50 between the two. Here's a 1-1 from him. And a swing and a miss on the changeup, 1-2. I mean, that's the recipe that you kind of suggested before the game, and the Skeens is able to execute that. So often, too, down and away. And in the zone to these lefties with that changeup. Here's the 1-2. And backdoor breaking ball, strike 3 call. Beautiful from Paul Skeens, striking out James Wood.
I don't think there's a lot of secrets in baseball. It is still just a game. It's the execution that what separates the really good players from the mediocre and that sort of thing. And Skeens is executing his pitches tonight flawlessly. They're really doing a great job of recognizing what these guys do the best and making it to where they can't do that. They're good numbers against fastballs. They hunt fastballs. So Skeens is, I'm not going to knock my head against the wall.
Change up away, 1-1. And the Pirates as a team throw a greater percentage of fastballs, their pitchers do, than any other team in baseball. So the Nationals see that. Say, all right. Right for the picking.
Probably licking their chops.
Yeah. Outside with a change, 2-1.
We got a lot of premier fastball throwers on this team.
It's also fair.
Guys that can really rush it up there, and it's not all that easy just to go up and say, oh, I'm going to hit a fastball.
2-1 to Garcia. He ropes it down the right field line, but foul, 2-2 out in front of a breaking ball. Well, the one fastball that was put in the middle of the plate today, it was at 100 miles an hour to C.J. Abrams. He rocketed it for a home run.
Best fastball of the day, velocity-wise. I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen one harder than that.
Yeah, it's the only one that rounds up to 100, and it's the only hit allowed by Skeens today. 2 outs, nobody on in the 6th, and the 2-2 swinging a foul. After that 5th strikeout, a reminder that every Pirate strikeout in April, Coppers is donating $25 to the March of Dimes. Still 2-2 on Garcia, 0 for 2 tonight. 5-1, the Pirates are in the lead. Skeens threw 87 pitches his last start. Here's his 87th tonight. Change up away, 3-2. He's walked 1. Got the home run hitter, Abrams, on deck. Trying to keep this 4-run lead here in the 6th. 3-2 coming. Right there, strike 3 call, perfectly placed changeup right on the outer edge. He strikes out 2, looking to end the inning. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Paul Skeens, the Cy Young Award winner. Looks like it again tonight. 5-1 Buccos on the Pirates Radio Network.
Courage, determination, excellence. These are not just Jackie's values. They were a part of America's promise. In every child who dares to dream, in every voice that lifts and inspires others, Jackie lives on. Today we all carry him. In every place where someone dares to belong, Jackie is not just baseball history, he is America's history. We are Jackie Robinson, and we all belong in this game.
Five to 1 Pirates as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Henry Davis will lead it off against Jackson Rutledge of the Nationals. Vivas will play the line at third. The pitch, swinging a ground ball past him inside third, and a base hit in the left. So Vivas somehow was playing like no doubles right there on the leadoff man in the 6th inning, and Davis ends up rocketing a ground ball right past him.
Well, I would imagine that Davis, they're gonna play fairly close that line over there.
Because of last year, he'd pull the ball so much.
I mean, until he proves over the course of time that he's going to use the whole field.
That's a routine out if he's just even shaded toward the line.
Well,
Cruz, a big swing and a miss. Helmet pops off. Strike one.
They'll adjust as the season goes along. But like if this was the first 2 weeks of spring training, you would have said, oh, they're playing in the perfect spot.
Well, to me, I wouldn't want to give up. There's a swing and a miss, 2 strikes. If you're playing the line, anything's hit to your right. Now, Cruz just hit on the backswing. He hit Keibert Ruiz. The two were teammates coming up in the Dodgers system together. They've known each other for about 10 years.
Didn't get him with the backswing. Got him with
the recoil.
Yeah, he was coming forward again and hit him right in the chin.
And now Ruiz seems to be okay.
Got to remember, that's a long bat with long arms.
It's 2 strikes on Cruz. Here's the pitch, down and in. Ruiz a snap throw to first, barely back in there. Henry Davis after his base hit. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You got to give Cruz a little more space than a lot of other people.
Yeah,
he's got the big wingspan, and I guarantee you that bat's a little longer than most taken up there.
1-2 on Cruz. He extended his hitting streak to a career high 12 games. A base hit his last time. Also came from behind an 0-2 count to work a bases loaded walk in the 2nd inning. 1-2. There goes Henry Davis. Pitches a ball, squirts away from Ruiz. Stolen base for Henry Davis. Told you, John Wathan.
Well, that's because Wathan went. I mean, we might have to go Kendall here, though.
Okay, yeah. I just try to think of someone from growing up catcher that stole bases. Yeah, Kendall's a lot better. Especially with the toughness. Davis. Thank you. Just had Jason Kendall out here.
It was
last homestand.
Last homestand.
That's right. 2-2 on Cruz. The pitch way in tight, 3-2.
Yeah, he's, I'm sure, the fastest catcher I ever personally watched by far. He was a legit base stealer. Before he hurt his ankle, he'd drop down a bunt anytime. That came to an end when he hurt his ankle. He didn't do that anymore.
Well, Cruz goes from 0-2 to 3-2 with the man in scoring position. Rutledge comes home, swinging a ground ball up first, foul ball. And his thumb guard, I think, came out. And follow through. So still 3-2. Henry Davis with a single and stolen base. Five to 1 Pirates, sixth inning, trying to add on. Here's the pitch. Cruz is swinging a foul back. Ooh.
You know, back to catchers running too, like Davis in this instant. You know, I'm always kind of amazed at because the leg fatigue is always something with those guys. Even if they do have decent speed, you know, later in a ball game, they've been up and down, up and down, up and down all night long.
Cruz, another really good at bat. He'll work the walk after being down 2 strikes.
To then go out and then do plus work out on the base paths, not an easy thing. You really got to have your legs in shape for that.
Cruz gets on behind Davis. 2 on, nobody out for Lau. Lau waits in the pitch. And it's going to be a high and away strike. The cutter makes it into the zone. 2-run single for Lau back in the second. He drove in 5 yesterday on his 2 home runs. Batting with 2 on here, nobody out of the 6th. Jackson Rutledge, the righty, delivers. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes on that inside cutter to Lau. There's nobody better in the National League at hitting right-handed pitching. In terms of OPS, came in leading the National League today. Facing 3 different righties. 1 out of 3 today. He was slugging 900, not his OPS. He was slugging 900 against righties coming into today's action. 0-2 from the righty. Swinging a tapper, foul. Let's pause 10 for an ID on the Pirates Radio Network. Five to 1 Pirates, 2 on, nobody out. 0-2 to Lau. Inside, missing with the cutter, 1-2. Got Sandbelly fireworks coming up Friday night. Tampa Bay in town, 6:45. Lau against his old club. It's all brought to you by The Fan. Go to pirates.com/tickets. Another 1-2. Lau stays alive. Fighting off that cutter. And it bounced off him as well. Still 1-2. No second baseman in baseball history a better home run rate than Brandon Lau.
I think he's going to love playing the home games here.
He's not yet hit one out at PNC.
Yeah, I think before the season's over, he'll have a number of them. And it's fairly close.
1-2, grounded through the right side, base hit. Davis reads it well, but still held at third.
Nobody out.
Yeah, the right fielder Wood also came up, charged that ball very well, and he's got a great arm. And there's nobody out.
That friendly Clemente wall out there is Lau's going to really enjoy that this summer.
Yeah, he'll be hitting so many out there, a lot of souvenirs. Good place to buy a ticket out there in right field. As Simon Matthews, the pitching coach, will come back out. And if you want to bring your whole group out to PNC Park, not a bad time to take a look at pirates.com/groups. You can also add on exclusive fan experiences to your group outing. You can add loaded value to your tickets. You can use for concessions, merchandise for your group to come on out. Pirates.com/groups. So bases loaded, nobody out, and Reynolds is coming up. Lau hit a grand slam yesterday. not put the Nats away? 5-1 in the 6th. Pirates leading. Bases loaded, nobody out. Infield most of the way up. About in the baselines in the middle. Here's the pitch. Reynolds sees a strike from Rutledge. Facing him for the first time. Reynolds with an RBI single in the 2nd. He's 1 for 2 tonight. 3 career grand slams. Rutledge delivers. Back in there with a strike. At the front door 2-seam fastball. Now 2 strikes on Brian Reynolds. Here's the pitch. Swinging a liner over first and into right, base hit and more. Davis is in. Cruz trails him and he'll score. Around third, Lau. He's going to try to score. The throw, the tag, safe. Bases clearing. Triple for Brian Reynolds. 8-1. Your first place Buccos on top.
Yeah, that about put it away right there. You get up there with nobody out. You know, you feel good for Reynolds because you want to come through, 1, to put the game away, but 2, you know, you think personally also, man, I'd love to grab a couple of RBIs here, and he grabs 3 of them as he hooks that ball down the line. Great slide, I thought, by Lau too.
Swinging a fly ball, deep center field. This one is off of the leaping try of Young. Reynolds can score. O'Hearn will get to second on the double. Give him an RBI. It's 9-1. Bang, bang, boom.
Real close to getting out of here. Young, an excellent outfielder. I thought the only way you could get the ball over his head would be hit it over the fence, but he jumped up and was just a little short.
First RBI tonight for O'Hearn. Reynolds has knocked in 4. Lau's knocked in a pair. Cruz credited with an RBI. Horwitz is homered tonight. Swinging a foul back.
Skeens probably has enough now.
The Pirates have scored at least 7 runs in every Skeen start. Nick York 0 for 3 tonight. And the pitch. Comebacker to Rutledge, who'll look the runner back to second and on to first for the first out of the inning. Pirates with 4 more, leading 9-1 in the 6th. Remember last year, the Pirates in so many of the Skeen starts, you know, he'd be pitching in a 1-0 game.
Not this year.
They pick these to be the biggest nights.
I hope we make a habit of this. If you get him a lot of runs every night,
he'll be a 20-game winner.
That's a lot of wins.
He'll be a 20-game winner.
Oh, yeah.
1-0 on Horwitz, who is homered tonight. And if Paul Skeens is a 20-game winner, this team can win the division. That's down at N2-0.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we're talking in spring training. You know, every spring training, what are we looking for this year? You know, and Griffin is going to be an impact player at some point. You know, and you see all the guys that are already impact players.
What if this becomes Cruz's big breakout year?
It's looking like it.
I mean, the way he's hitting right now, he's if he does this for another month or so, people are going to start, you know, that's when people, I think, start talking about who are the MVP candidates this year.
MVP candidates.
Once you get into, you know, the end of May, well, right. If he keeps doing this, he'll be one of the guys that you mentioned early on.
3-0's a strike to Horwitz. And then you look up and down this lineup, and if guys keep performing, you say, well, Lau's an all-star, Cruz is an all-star, Reynolds could be an all-star, O'Hearn could be an all-star. Okay. Davis is going to win a Gold Glove. He's swinging a bouncer left side through, base hit. O'Hearn will be held at third. The second hit tonight for Horwitz. Rutledge just caught up today in a rude greeting, you know, and then doesn't say anything about the pitching staff. So, you know, this has the makings of a good season for the Pirates. It could be a great season.
Very early. We don't want to get carried away, but this is a This is a very nice start to the year right now. This is what you hope for.
More of a feeling of staying power than some of these hot starts in years past.
Yes, oh, for sure.
Here's Griffin, swing and a miss, strike one on a cut fastball. First and third, one out. Urquidy is up.
I think some of the hot starts in the past have been surprising. You're like, oh, look what's happened here. But this year, you could kind of see it with the players, that the roster, the way it was put together.
0-1 is hit right side through. Connor Griffin going the other way to knock in Ryan O'Hearn. 10-1 Pirates. Good night, Washington.
You know, you have the confidence looking at the roster in early spring training, thinking, wow, this, you know, you stay halfway healthy. It looks like the pitching could be do really well. The offense is going to be much better than last year. So when you do get off to a good start after having that kind of attitude about the team early on, that's what you're talking about. It looks like it has more staying power.
Mm-hmm. Well, Blake Butera is going to remove Rutledge from the game. And already the Nationals will have to go to a fourth pitcher. We're in the sixth inning. The Pirates have scored 5 more runs and lead 10-1 here in this series opener. We're back right after.
Breaking ball lined into the gap in right center and in for a hit.
And that was a botch of what should have been a single.
It sure was.
Went right off the heel of Teoscar Hernandez's glove when he boxed it.
I mean, Torkelson threw a baby overhand. He couldn't catch it. How about that? First ball to the rookie making his major league debut. He loses it in the sun.
Here's Trout, 2 for 2. And Trout jacks one to left field, way back there, and gone! Mike Trout turns back the clock again. He homers on back-to-back days to begin the baseball season.
You never want to take for granted watching a future Hall of Famer. He looks fantastic. The bat speed is there. Oh, man. I mean, and you get goosebumps thinking about how good that player is and how good he still is.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
"12 innings of work," so he's been kind of the long man in that bullpen. 12 innings in 5 games. 9 strikeouts. He's walked 3. Opposition hitting .234. 3.75 ERA. He's done pretty good work. Got a win.
And Mangum is coming up right after Connor Griffin's RBI single, his 5th RBI. Mangum with a base hit and a run scored tonight. Lord delivers inside for ball 1. Pirates up 10-1. It looks like it'll be it for Skeens tonight with a huge lead. Great opportunity to get him some rest the rest of the way. There's a 1-0 outside 2-0. Urquidy's still up.
A night like this, you can really take advantage of it. Yeah, you talk about controlling innings, controlling the amount of pitches. Well, this is perfect for that. 10-1. The bullpen is busy.
2-0 from Lord. High and away. 3-0 to Mangum. Horwitz, the lead runner at second. Griffin trails him at first. 5 runs in. Bases clearing triple by Reynolds. O'Hearn and Griffin RBI hits in this inning. 10-1 Pirates. 3-0 on Mangum. And a pitch. That'll be a strike. Now 3-1. Well, Urquidy was the losing pitcher yesterday. Get him right back out there. He's never pitched with less than 2 days rest in the major league, so he'll be on back-to-back days if he gets in. Here's the 3-1, and there's a walk. Bases are reloaded. And Davis started this inning with a single, and then he stole the base. He'll come up again. Henry Davis with a chance for a grand slam. Pirates have had the bases loaded a lot. 1 for 2, 2 runs scored for Henry. Lord outside, ball 1. Pirates 10, Nationals 1. 10 unanswered runs for the Pirates. 1-0. Swinging a foul right back. Got 95 from Lord. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases full of Buccos here in the 6th inning. 5 runs already in. Here's a 1-1. Swinging a twisting fly ball. Foul territory. Right side. First baseman Garcia with room. He'll make the catch. No tag, or at least no advance. As Horowitz came down the line just some. Davis fouls out to first. 2 are gone, and back to the top for O'Neill Cruz. The 2 walks he's drawn tonight, he was down 0-2. One of them was with the bases loaded. Has a base hit, a stolen base, 2 runs scored, and a run batted in. I like what you were saying earlier this inning, the way that he's played. Yeah, if this persists.
Oh, you look at those numbers out there. He's hitting .344. What'd you say? Second place in the league in home runs?
He lines one to the wall and right. It'll bang off the Clemente wall. Horowitz is in. Griffin will score. It's a 2-run single for Cruz. It was hit so hard, that's all you could get. 3 RBIs tonight for O'Neill Cruz. It's a 12-1.
Yep, and line drive right off the top of the fence. In bullet. And bounced straight back to Wood. But, I mean, good thing he did that because I hadn't got to the RBIs yet, so I didn't want to be wrong.
He's got 16 now among the leaders.
Got a couple more as I was giving his stats. So, yeah, those are the kind of numbers where if he continues this and you get down to the end of next month, people start thinking, okay, who are the early candidates here? His name's going to be right there at the top of the list. There'll be other people, too, but...
Yeah, I mean, he's
got it going right now.
Yeah, and it's the work that he put in over the winter. That's what I really enjoy about it.
The difference, too, is that the work he's doing against left-hand hitting, or left-hand pitching.
Oh, no doubt. He's one of the best in the league. That's outside 1-1.
And that's where he was 2 years ago.
That's right.
So whatever happened last year, I hope is gone for good. Because he went from one of the best against left-hand hitting to one of the worst, and now he's back to hitting them hard again.
Lau takes low. It's 2-1 on him. He's got 2 hits tonight, 2 RBIs. Pirates leading 12-1. They've scored 7 times in this 6th inning.
Which makes him a much more complete hitter. When you can't just bring a lefty out of the pen and shut him down.
Here's the pitch. Lau fouls it to the left. All 7 runs charged to Jackson Rutledge in his season debut in an inning and a third. See how the Pirates still continue to have these professional at-bats with the game well in hand here in the 6th. 2-2 on Lau with 2 on and 2 out. Cruz not being held on. The pitch way inside, 3-2. The only time that the Pirates have scored more runs in a game against the Nationals since they became the Washington Nationals was when they beat them in D.C., scoring 16 times to go to 20-8 to open up the 23 season. Pitch is swung on, hit high in the air, deep to right field. Brandon Lau is homered at PNC Park for the first time. He's driven in 5 tonight. It's 15-1 Pirates. Hoist the cone.
He's going to love those bleachers.
Back-to-back games with 5 RBIs for Brandon Lau. Home run number 6 for Lau. Another sheet shot. What a night. Aren't you glad you came out? That's inside ball 1.
Glad you guys came back so I could see this for myself.
Yes. Well, it's been a while since the Pirates have put 10 runs up in an inning. I mean, that is extraordinary. Swinging a liner up the middle. Diving stop. Abrams gets up, throws it away. Reynolds will be credited with his second base hit this inning. Wow.
Nice try by Abrams, but heck, even if that ball was picked out of the dirt, it might have been safe. So definitely a base knock.
The last time the Pirates scored 10 runs in an inning was that time that they began the day at Wrigley Field, a 10-run first inning in 2017. And yesterday they played at Wrigley Field, and they were hoping to sweep the Cubs for the first time there since 2017. There's Ryan O'Hearn swinging a foul back. And what did you say earlier? Well, the game, maybe they lost the game. Lau kind of said that. Now they lost the game instead of the other team winning.
What do you do the next day?
What do you do the next day?
That's what matters.
This team is up 15-1 in the 6th inning. They've scored 10 times in the 6th. 2 shy of their all-time record for most runs in an inning. The pitch outside with the change.
And I'll even go farther than that. I think everybody was a little disappointed with the Baltimore series. You know, they lost 2 out of 3. Couple of games there that maybe they should have won. I think maybe one of them for sure.
O'Hearn fouls it back 1-2.
But what did they do? They went to Chicago and won that series against division rival, somebody that we might be having to beat to come in first place in this division. So that's what that goes along with that thing. What are you going to do the next day?
O'Hearn fouls it off. You think of the at-bats that the Pirates are having. Here, up 14 runs. It's 15-1. They're still taking it pitch by pitch here. An incredible effort. This is the 50th pitch of the inning by the Nationals. And a swing and a miss. O'Hearn maybe chased a little bit right there. The Pirates, give them a round of applause. The Pirates sent 14 to the plate. The Pirates scored 10 runs in the 6th inning. And they're blowing out the...
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
And this one served out into shallow left center. Oh, Dansby Swanson, what a play.
High points for the landing, too.
Toward the corner, he lunges. He made the catch. He made the catch, and he holds on.
O'Neal going a long way. Dives and makes the catch. Backhanded by Rocchio. Off balance throw on a bounce. Got him! Rocchio ended up in foul territory. He can't get this one by Kim.
Wow, Willie Mays style for Kim.
Hits that sharply to second. Hobby.
Victor comes in, dives, and makes a terrific catch.
Diving stop made by Turner. Looks the runner back to third. Throws to first in time.
Diving stop Griffin. Connor Griffin just robbed him of a hit.
There's the grab. Here comes his throw. It is on target. It is going to be in time. Look at that smile.
On prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
We go to the 7th inning. The Pirates just batted 14 men and scored 10 times. They lead the Nationals 15-1. And Jose Urquidy will come on and pick up for Paul Skeens, who's in line for the win.
Game number 5 for Urquidy, 3.38 ERA. He's got 2 walks and 6 strikeouts in 5 1/3 innings.
And the first one is in there for a strike. Skeens goes 6 innings, gave up 1 hit. It was a 2-out home run in the first inning to C.J. Abrams. That put the Nationals up 1-0. There's a swing and a miss by Curtis Mead. Pinch hitting, or maybe he's in the game. I'm not really sure yet. We'll get to that in a moment. Batting for Abrams against Urquidy. Yesterday's losing pitcher, pitching without 2 days rest. He has no days rest for the first time in his big league career. Pretty much a starter throughout. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Curtis Mead, the Australian. He's pinch hitting here. And it's outside, 2-2. Pirates changes. Nick Gonzalez take over at third base. York goes out to right field. Cook will play in center. Bouncer on the ground. And Griffin will throw out Mead for the first out.
I like Griffin's accuracy with his throws. I think I mentioned this during the last homestand. Almost, I would say 90% of his throws seem to be just right there, chest high.
There's a ball dumped into right for a base hit. York will field it on a hop.
And that's a long throw all the way from shortstop.
So man on for Jacob Young. So Skeens allows just that 1 hit, that 1 run in his 6th inning, struck out 6. In line for win number 3. Skeens lowers his ERA to an even 4. And there's a strike. So 3 straight starts of Skeens giving up no more than 1 run. Pirates are leading 15-1. Urquidy delivers outside to Jacob Young. Brandon Lau, his 2nd straight game with 5 RBIs. And a swing and a miss.
It's interesting to see Urquidy. I don't know how long they'll leave him out there with 2 games in a row, but he's got a great changeup also.
Made him one of the more effective pitchers against lefties, or righties against lefties, in baseball since he's been in the game. That's outside now, 2-2. Pirates hitting heroes. Reynolds is knocked in 4 with his 3 hits today. Swing fly ball left field. This one's deep down the line.
Hook, baby.
And this ball is going to get out of here. Jacob Young hits a 2-run home run off Urquidy. And now it's 15-3. I got to get a look at Urquidy, who had a poor spring training, and then he had a guaranteed contract, so he makes the ball club. And he did get a save pitching in a tight one, but has been up and down out there and trying to see if get him right here in this one-sided affair. 15-3, 1 out for Tena, and he'll look at a strike. Heavy left-handed lineup, and with that changeup that Urquidy offers, kind of like what Skeens was doing tonight. Swinging a foul back, and now 2 strikes.
These guys don't have very many right-hand hitters on their roster, do they? 4? Is that right?
Yeah, they had 3 on their bench and a switch hitter. And they had 2 switch hitters in the lineup tonight.
So you got Young and 3 on the bench.
And swinging a ground ball, it'll sneak up the middle. 3 straight hits off Urquidy. Yeah, Skeens ended up throwing more changeups than fastballs, and I consider the sinker and the 4-seamer both fastballs. They threw 1 more than
they are
the fastballs. Yeah,
one's a 2-seamer and one's 4-seamer.
Yeah, well,
both fastballs.
There you have it. So good
I
game.
can go a lot further too, but I'll just stick with that.
The pitch is swung on, and this one's down the line. Another hit for the Nationals. Cut off by the left fielder Mangum, but right in the corner. That's going to be a double for Yorbi Vivas. And 4 straight hits off for Urquidy. Now, they would love for him to pitch 3 innings and end this game. And maybe even earn the save that way. But you got to get 8 more outs. And he's been hit hard. 4 straight hits, 13 allowed by Urquidy in 5 2/3 innings this year. And Luke Henney with Pirates PR staff says Brandon Lau, the first Pirate ever to have 5 RBIs or more in consecutive games. It had never happened in Pirates history. Now, the RBIs became official in 1920, and they can go back and recreate RBIs from box scores and people's handwritten scorecards from the years gone by. And if you do that, well, Hannes Wagner probably did that before.
Well,
in 1901.
Right. I mean,
so he's the previous guy to do it 125 years ago.
Such a thing as a ribeye, but I think they call them Delmonicos back then.
Yeah. Well, nicely marbled inside ball 1 to Nasim Nunez.
It's a nicely marbled base hit. Yes.
So Lau back-to-back games with 5 runs batted in for the Pirates. Swinging a foul back 1-1. So the only guy that might have done it has a statue out in front of Forbes Field and 3 Rivers and PNC Park. Here's a 1-1. Swinging a ground ball right side through. Base hit. Tena is in. Bibas coming home. He will score ahead of the throw. It's a 2-run single for Nasim Nunez. A 4-run inning for the Nationals off Urquidy.
Well, that'll get the bullpen going. We didn't think we'd see that. But the phone call has been made.
So it's 15-5. Yeah, roster preservation was the term used to. Mike Clevenger went down to the minor leagues. He was not on the roster, and that's how it goes sometimes in spring training. The guy that is on the roster has that inside track if you think it's fairly close between a couple of guys. So Urquidy made the mark. 5 straight hits for the Nationals, though. 4 runs in. There's a strike to Keibert Ruiz. And to be fair to Urquidy, he's never pitched in back-to-back days, probably in his life. Maybe as a youth, perhaps. As Evan Sisk gets up, he's been a starting pitcher pretty much for his career. Here's a weak fly ball out to right field for Nick York. That'll be the 2nd out of the inning. Back out of the top for James Wood. Back-to-back games with 5 RBIs or more. Might have been the rookie Jimmy Williams in 1899. The possibility that he could have done it before RBIs became an official stat. Here are the first official players to do that since 1920 in baseball. Down low, ball 1. Brandon Lau has done it. Ty Cobb was the first. Then Babe Ruth. Then Lou Gehrig. Bill Terry. Jimmy Fox. Joe Cronin. I'll stop when I don't mention a Hall of Famer. Here's the pitch, and it's outside 2-0. Ted Williams. Don Mueller is not in the Hall of Fame. He was the first non-Hall of Famer. Yeah, I guess so. But you get the names on that list. Back-to-back games with 5 or more RBIs. Brandon Lau has joined that elite baseball list. Here's the pitch. And a strike to Wood. It's 2-1. And the count to me looks like he becomes the 38th player to do so since RBIs became official in 1920. And that's throughout baseball. 2-1 is fouled. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pirates are up 15-5 here in the 7th inning.
There won't be a really long list at the end of the year of guys that had 2 5 or more RBI games on the season.
Well, that's a great point. That's a great point.
Here's much less back-to-back games.
2-2 is down at 3-2.
It's just hard to do.
And Lau's done it. 5 RBIs yesterday in Chicago. 5 RBIs in his first career home run at PNC Park. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. 10 for an ID on the Pirates Radio Network. You know, the way that the Pirates pursued those offensive upgrades, and they did a fantastic job of that. Pirates didn't have a second baseman driving more than 30 runs last season. Lau's driven in 10 in 2 games. Base hit to right. First and third for the Nationals. And Urquidy just trying to give some innings to the Pirates. But the Nationals aren't going away. They have struck 6 hits in the inning off Urquidy. And they're going to bat around with Garcia coming up. (15-5) in the 7th. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. He's thrown 28 pitches this inning. Skeens gave up 1 hit in 6 innings. Swing and a miss, 2 strikes to Garcia. Don't see a game where both teams bat around, and the Pirates have batted around twice. (15-5) Pirates lead. The pitch dribbled foul by Garcia.
Kind of puts a little exclamation point on how good Skeens was tonight.
Yeah.
He gave up 1 hit.
And only 2 base runners in his 6 innings. The 0-2 swinging a ball cued to third. Gonzalez up with it and on to first for the final out. Nationals bat around, score 4, and will stretch at PNC Park with the Pirates leading 15-5.
Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction.
So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
He's the greatest at
I thought
I
was an athlete, Lindsay. Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented this particular projector.
And this is not all he's done, right?
He started championing to get baseball into the Olympics. He finally succeeded for the 1936 Olympics, which was held in Berlin.
The German government had discouraged other nations from sending Jewish and black athletes.
We sent over Jesse Owens, and we sent over Mac Robinson, Jackie Robinson's older brother.
Trailblazers like Thorpe and Robinson certainly lit the way for countless others to follow. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went and figure out what we're gonna call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of, our mother, so that's when Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
Pirates have the lead 15-5. Nasim Nunez will move from second base to short, and Curtis Mead stays in the game to play second base. And the Nationals, they called up 2 pitchers today. They called up Rutledge, who gave up 7 runs in an inning in the 3rd, and the other pitcher they called up today is coming into the game here for the 7th. It is Orlando Ribalta. Ribalta is the 5th pitcher for the Nationals. Cavalli, the starter, only went an inning in a 3rd. There's Nick York going to swing and a miss. Pirates batted 14 last inning and scored 10.
Let's see if we can get those runs back.
A 10-run 6th inning. Their biggest output in an inning in 9 years. The pitch down low to York. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lord gave up 3 of the 10 runs in his 2/3 of an inning. Lau has driven in 5 runs in each of the last 2 games. Here's the pitch. Swinging a twisting fly ball right field. And somebody new is in right field. And the first baseman couldn't get there. Who's in right field? Joey Weimer is now in right field for Wood. Wood is out.
Giving the big guns the rest of the night off. I mean, even though they put up a 4 spot, still 10-run leads. The game is still out of hand.
York is 0 for 4 tonight. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a fly ball deep center. Young circling it. He'll make the catch just shy of the track. 1 out. York came in batting .417 in April. And every other Pirate has at least scored a run. They've all got on base and scored a run. Yeah. So, in fact, let's see. 6 different Pirates have scored 2 or more runs. Here's the pitch. And there's a strike. Well, York has certainly held up his end of the bargain in April. Horwitz is homered tonight. He's 2 for 3. Rebalta delivers a strike. 0-2 on Horwitz. That home run leadoff shot in the 3rd inning. Cruz with 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored, a steal, a couple of hits. Pitch down low, 1-2. Reynolds with 4 knocked in, 3 hits tonight. O'Hearn an RBI double. Griffin RBI single. Henry Davis a single and stolen base, 2 runs scored. Mangum a couple of runs scored tonight. He has a hit. Pirates 15 runs on 14 hits. Here's the pitch coming, and that's low, 2-2. 1 shy of the most runs they've ever scored against the Nationals in a game. Rebalta on 2-2. High and away, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Spencer Horwitz. Pirates never scored more than a dozen runs against Montreal. Here's the pitch. So this is that same franchise as the Expos. So just that game in 2023, the final game of that great stretch. They went to 20-8. Final game that Drew Maggi was in a Pirate uniform. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Just to tell you how far that was back in time. Popped up to the pitcher. Garcia will make the catch. The first baseman coming in. 2 outs. Connor Griffin, RBI hit last inning. Part of that 10-run 6th by the Pirates. They're leading 15-5. Griffin has scored a couple of runs tonight. He's 1 for 3. Facing Orlando Rebalta, right-hander. Looking for his first career home run. Here's the pitch, and he'll see a strike. 98. A little sink to it for Rebalta. Two outs, nobody on in the Pirates' 7th inning. Nationals pitchers have not had a 1-2-3 inning tonight. Inside 1-1. Nationals came in to today's game with a .551 team ERA. Pirates have put 15 up on them. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rabalta delivers. Swing, twisting fly ball, foul ground, first base side. And Garcia there. He's got it. Pirates go down in order for the first time tonight. They're leading 15-5 as we go to the 8th on the Pirates Radio Network.
At AHN Sports Medicine, we know injuries, tears.
You've got to be very careful where you're going because you might not get there. But how exactly can you go from a yogi to a king to perfectos, the old professor, and pine tar? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998, Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
The rule was, can't be more than 18 inches of pine tar. Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, he is. He's out.
Yes,
Brett is out. Look at this. Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
And a new pitcher coming on for the Pirates. It is the left-hander Evan Sisk.
A nice opportunity for Sisk to come up and immediately get his feet wet out there in a game where he's got 10 runs behind him.
Curtis Mead led off the last inning. And he'll look at a strike. Urquidy goes an inning, 6 hits, 4 runs earned.
I like that first pitch, curveball right down the middle for a strike, steal a strike.
Here's an 0-1 and a swing and a foul back, 2 strikes. Hunter Barco sent to the minor leagues today, but Pirates is saying that want to get him stretched back out as a starting pitcher, just pitched too infrequently out of the bullpen for the Pirates. So Sisk comes up, looked pretty good in spring training. Outside 1-2.
He steps way over toward the first base dugout, throws across his body.
Tapped foul, still 1-2.
Well, Zach Duke like.
Oh, wow, yeah. Great lefty of the Pirates from the mid-aughts on. Mid to late aughts, or however you say that. Yeah. 1-2 is hit on the ground to third. Gonzalez comes up to get it and flips it quickly on the first. 1 out. Here's Dalen Lyle.
Not really a hard thrower. Good curveball. He and Duke are a lot alike.
Except that Sisk is from Chester, South Carolina.
Where was Duke from?
Parts unknown. Swinging a foul back. I think he lives in North Carolina now. Matt Capson here, very close. I like Duke. I was in Milwaukee broadcasting when he kind of got
good
back
guy,
going
yeah.
again. Yeah, great person, and
yeah, having a long career.
Had a second life as a lefty reliever.
Yep.
2 strikes on Lyle. Evan Sisk made his major league debut last year with Kansas City. And the Pirates traded Bailey Falter to get he and Callan Moss, a good-looking hitting first baseman. And then he pitched for the Pirates at the end of the year. Outside, 1-2 up and down from Indianapolis, where he started this year and got off to a good start. 1.17 ERA in his 6 outings. Here's the 1-2 to the backstop on the sweeper. 2-2. Sisk turns 29 in about a week and a half. Pitched at the College of Charleston. Great baseball school. Pirates are leading 15-5. And the pitch hit on a line, pass first and into right, a base hit for Lyle. He's got to hit each of the last couple of innings now. So he's on at first, 1 out, 15-5 Pirates. Jacob Young hit a home run off for Kitty. He's coming to bat here against Sisk. The only true right-handed batter in this original lineup for the Nationals. And here's the pitch home. He'll look at a strike. Sisk was a 16th rounder of the Cardinals originally and was traded 3 different times. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-1.
Zach was born in Clifton, Texas.
Okay. Talking about Zach Duke. Here's the pitch. And a swing, a little fly ball out to center. Cook back on it a few steps. He'll make the catch for the second out. Now, wouldn't it be great if he was born in Chester, South Carolina, and I was wrong with that? Just assuming.
Zach's first season with the Buccos, 2005.
Started with a 1, didn't it? His ERA?
181. Ooh, 14 starts.
Talk about making your way into the big leagues.
The next year, he threw 215 innings.
Tena hit with a pitch. Say it again.
215 innings the next year.
His first full year in the major leagues, right? Yeah. And then how long did he pitch after that in the major leagues? How many more seasons? More than 0, right?
Until 2019.
Okay. Yeah. So he pitched another, 13 years. Tena was more than grazed. I think it didn't quite hit him directly, but he hit him pretty strongly across the ribs with that pitch. And so being inspected by an athletic trainer. Tena will stay in the game, and Bibas will bat. 2 on for the Nationals, 2 outs here in the 8th. A 15-5 Pirates lead. First 4 against the Nationals. Pirates trying to make their way to 10-6. Sisk delivers, and it's off of Davis's glove. The runners can advance. Third pass ball this season by Davis. 1-0 on Bibas. We're in the top of the 8th. Pirates leading 15-5 at the pitch. Trying to front door the sweeper. Missed 2 balls, nothing. On Bibas. Double last inning. Pirates at one point had 15 unanswered runs. Here's the 2-0, and it's outside 3-0. Now the pitch, and it's outside, a walk that'll fill the bases here with 2 outs. Nasim Nunez drove in a pair last inning. Pirates still lead by 10. Pirates entered today with a half-game lead over the Reds. A game up on the Cardinals and Brewers, and there were 2 up on the Cubs in a tightly packed NL Central as Bill Murphy, the pitching coach, will come out. And the Cubs are trailing right now in Philadelphia 13-7. That's in the bottom of the 8th inning. Our out-of-town scores presented by AHN, official medical provider of the Pirates, caring for you through every win, every loss, and every moment in between. Cardinals hosting Cleveland, trailing 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning in St. Louis. Mariners beat the Astros today 6-2. George Kirby over Mike Burrows. And now Nunez will bat with the bases full. The pitch down low, ball one. You know, Siska's trying to throw strikes. Team up 10 runs. But he's hit a batter, walked one. Here's the pitch. There's one that's true. Curveball over, 1-1. Nationals have Gus Varland loosening. Swing, fly ball, center field, long run for Cook, but he'll get there and make the catch. That ends the top of the 8th. Nationals with a hit, strand 3. Go to the bottom half. Pirates coming up leading 15.
Courage, determination, excellence. These are not just Jackie's values. They were a part of America's promise. In every child who dares to dream, in every voice that lifts and inspires others, Jackie lives on. Today we all carry him. In every place where someone dares to belong, Jackie is not just baseball history, he is America's history. We are Jackie Robinson, and we all belong in this game.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998. Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, the Yankees win. He's out. Yes, sir. It is out. Look at this.
Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
At ringcentral.com. RingCentral, voice of your business.
Well, the Nationals will bring in a position player to pitch here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 15-5 Pirates lead. The Nationals had already used 5 actual pitchers. And so Joey Wiemer will come in from right field to pitch.
That's something we pointed out right there in the 2nd inning. That you could get deep enough into that bullpen early enough to where it has repercussions for the rest of the series.
And remember, too, they just had to place a couple of pitchers on the injured list. Wiemer floats one inside, ball 1 to Jake Mangum. So they just, tapped into a couple of guys from the minor leagues today. 2-0 on Mangum. Wiemer, the 27-year-old, who has bounced around. He'll offer a strike. He once pitched. That's hit foul. He pitched 2 games in 2020 in college at the University of Cincinnati, and it looked like it was in mop-up duty. Bouncer to second, and 1 out as Wiemer retires Mangum.
Everybody out there once pitched somewhere, whether it was like when they were 11. Everybody once pitched, and everybody played shortstop once.
Here's Henry Davis facing Wiemer, who floats one in there at 0 miles an hour. It couldn't even show up. Nope, 35 mile per hour curveball. All right, there's a liner into left. Henry's got another hit. There you go. Don't make him feel too good. All right, Henry's on, and Cook will bat for the first time. Tana comes into the game to play left field. He was the DH. Now that the right fielder is pitching, doesn't really matter. Give up the DH the rest of the game. Lyle moves from left to right. 15-5 Pirates. Pitch is swung out and rolled through the right side, base hit. And Billy Cook stays with that 57-mile-per-hour slider and hits it to the opposite field.
Hit it where it's pitched.
I mean, I like it. Here's Brandon Lau, who's already driven in 5 again today. First Pirate to drive in 5 or more in consecutive games. Maybe Hannes Wagner did it in 1901. That's the last time that has probably happened. Swinging a foul back, strike 1. He hit a 3-run home run his last time up, his first homer at PNC Park in his career. 3 hits today, 5 RBIs in each of the last 2 games. And Weimer hunting for his ankles, missed with that whatever pitch, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now facing Joey Weimer, the pitch outside 2-1. The position player pitching for the Nationals. 2 on and 1 out in the pitch. Swinging a foul left side. 2-2. Pirates with a 10-run 6th inning. At one point scored 15 unanswered runs. And the pitch, and it hit him. That didn't even break the speed limit, but hit by pitch, bases loaded, and Joey Bart's going to get in at bat. A bat for Brian Reynolds here. Reynolds had a great day at the plate. He drove in 4. Had a bases clearing triple. He had 3 hits and 4 tries today.
I think that was supposed to be a knuckleball.
Oh, did you see that on the replay?
I think it was supposed to be a knuckleball.
Couldn't figure out where it was going. Bart out to deep left field. Tana is there to make the catch. Davis will tag and score. Sac fly for Bart. 16-5. And the Pirates equal the most runs they've ever scored against the Nationals. Here's Nick Gonzalez batting for the first time. In near his head with a 36-mile-per-hour curveball, ball 1. Just throw strikes, Joey Weimer. Once was enough. He's putting on a show out there. It's 2-0. Farcical. Floats a ball in there. Be called a strike. 35-mile-per-hour curveball called a strike. Well, now that's something. Eat your heart out, Randy Wolf and Zach Greinke. Here's the pitch. Another floater. Please don't call that a strike, because the other one was not even close to a strike. 3-1. I mean, you got to.
I'm on the other side of the coin. Call every one of them a strike.
Yeah.
Let's get it over with.
Well, I mean, I understand the Nationals, they don't want to use another pitcher. But if you're going to be asked to pitch in a Major League Baseball game, at least just.
Job 1 is don't walk anybody.
Yeah, throw the ball around the plate.
Job 1, don't walk anybody.
You want to throw one curveball like that? Okay, that's kind of fun. Don't throw 6 in a row. Here's Nick York. Pirates are up 16-5. York is 0 for 5 today. Outside ball 1. They bat with the bases loaded. Came in hitting .417 in April. Facing Joey Weimer. Swing, fly ball, right field. Lyle with room near the track, and he'll make the catch. And we'll go to the 9th. 16-5 Pirates on the Pirates Radio Network.
As the official bank of the Pittsburgh Pirates, PNC.
go-ahead run. Ramirez at second base. First base is open. And now Williams intentionally walked Cabrera. Line drive to center field. A base hit for Cabrera, who swung at that pitch. Williams didn't get it far enough outside, and Cabrera alertly swung at it.
Well, Little League right here. It happens in Little League when you don't get the ball out.
Now the Marlins have the lead in the 10th.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Pirates, and we'll pause 10 for an ID on the Pirates Radio Network. And Luke Henney, who's been on it all night tonight from the Pirates PR staff, helps me correct a statistic that I was saying earlier. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike from Sis to Keibert Ruiz. The Pirates did score 16 or more in a game against the Montreal franchise. I didn't uncheck a box on my Excel spreadsheet. 17 runs in 1999. There's a strike. They beat Carl Pavano that day in a 17-6 win at Three Rivers back in '99 over the Expos. So that's the only time that they scored more runs in a game against this franchise. Sisk strikes out Ruiz, 1 out in the 9th. Pirates are up 16-5.
That was when, 99?
May 15th, 1999.
So it's a nice first time, well, actually, say it's the most this century, huh?
There you have it.
There it is.
Swinging a foul twice in strike one. Weimer, technically the pitcher at the moment.
Okay, that was way back in the 1900s.
I just forgot to uncheck a box on my spreadsheet, that's all. So Sisk, who's really a pitcher, facing Weimer, who's really not a pitcher. Swinging and a miss, 2 strikes.
You got to be kind of tempted right now to lob a curveball up there about 45 miles an hour.
That would be something. He strikes him out with an 80-mile-per-hour curveball. Weimer is down on strikes, 2 outs. And the Pirates an out away from securing a win in Game 1 of this homestand. And what an exclamation point. What a response, too. In the game yesterday, here's Luis Garcia. Sisk trying to strike out the side. Is swinging a pop-up foul, backing out of play, and a strike. Pirates trying to go to 10-6. 10-run, 6th inning. Powering the Pirates. Here's an 0-1 from Sisk. Strike 2. Here's an 0-2, and it's outside 1-2 on Luis Garcia.
Catcher challenging the ball call.
Our first ABS challenge
one of the night.
Comes in an 11-run game.
We'll have 1 remaining.
And that's for Joey Weimer's curveballs. Here's the 1-2 from Sisk. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Sisk strikes out the side. Sisk, boom, ba. Pirates win 16-5. Post-game show coming up on the Pirates Radio Network.